I can't believe I believed everything we had was last. So young and naive of me to think she was from your past. Silly of me to dream of one day having your kiss. Love is so blind, it feels right when it's wrong. I can't believe I fell for your schemes. I'm smarter than that. Dumb and naive to believe that with me you're a changed man. Foolish of me to compete when you cheat, we'll lose within. It took me some time, but now I'm moved on. Because I realize I got myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend. Be myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend. Controlling, you say that you love me, but you don't. Your family told me one day I would see it on my own. Next thing I know, I'm dealing with your 3 kids in my own. Love is so blind, it feels right when it's wrong. Now that it's over, stop calling me. Come pick up your clothes. Ain't no need to front like you're still with me. All your homies know. Even your very best friend tried to warn me on the low. Took me some time, but now I am strong. Because I realize I got myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend. Be myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend. Got me, myself, I know that I will never disappoint myself. All the ladies, if you feel me, help me sing it out. Yeah, you hurt me, but I learned a lot along the way. After all the rain, you'll see the sun come out again. Hey, I know that I will never disappoint myself. I'm crying. All the ladies, if you feel me, help me sing it out. You hurt me, but I learned a lot along the way. After all the rain, you'll see the sun come out again. I be myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend. Be myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend.
Tell me fellas, have you seen her? It was about 5 minutes ago when I seen a hottest chick that a youngin' never seen before. I say, yo, tell the girls I wanna meet her. On second thought, that ain't the way to go. I gotta give her game proper, spit it so she get it. There she is, I gotta stop her. Or should I talk about a smile? Or what about a style? I'm out of time, she's out the door, I gotta go for mine. Or should I talk about a smile? Or what about a style? I'm out of time, she's out the door, I gotta go for mine. Cause the girl say, excuse me, oh yeah. And I gotta admit that you got my attention. You're making me want to say, oh. I know you're trying to leave this. I saw you dance with you. How I love to keep you here with me, you baby. Now so they grab hold of my hand and let's pretend the flow was ours. You say you don't really dance. Just one, two step. Now with the music is moving too fast. Now my head a little tighter. Don't be afraid to move a little closer. Girl, there's something about you that makes me wanna say yeah. And I gotta admit that you got my attention. You're making me want to say yeah. You're trying to leave this. How I love to keep you here with me, you baby. I think I'll say yeah. I don't know your name, but excuse me, miss. I saw you from across the room. And I gotta admit that you got my
grown and sexy, but clean sometimes. That's what's up. We didn't say it was a family show, so there's that. Young
Wait,
people
are we
born.
with that?
Well-
This or that? Are we?
I don't know. We all over the place.
Had to come out of retirement. These knees don't. They was snap, cracking, and popping. You know, like a Rice Krispie. But we made it do what it do. But I did take a couple ibuprofens afterwards, though. All right.
Mud Talk with Big T, Shay, and Miss Amy.
Can you count, suckers? Get busy, y'all. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Mud Talk.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your homie Big T.
And I'm Shay Renee.
Hi, Miss Amy.
And we have our guest host.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And you are officially tuned in to the hottest podcast that brings you the latest in music, news, and fashion, and the only show that keeps your ears to the streets.
While you grind and shop.
Yes, it is the season 3 premiere of Mud Talk. We are back,
Yes.
and as you can tell, we've upgraded.
Yeah, we have.
We got a new set.
Sure
It's looking
do.
a little
Sorry, I'm
grown
falling
and
off the
sexy
chair.
in
We
here.
are grown and sexy now.
We are very
We
grown.
grew up.
Yes, we grew up, and you know, Breakfast Club, we coming for y'all.
We are.
Just so y'all know.
Sure
Okay?
thing.
So yes, we have a lot going on the show today. It feels good to be back for season 3. But before we get into anything, what's been good with y'all? Because we haven't been in the studio for a whole summer.
It's been a while.
Busy,
Yeah.
busy,
It's been busy.
Yes, like still summer activities for my kids and then work, you know, and finally about to travel. So
That's good. That's good.
Back at work, work. I had my summer off to chill and back dealing with all the mental health.
Okay. Man, I chilled pretty much all summer. I went to the Chloe Bailey concert this summer.
Who in the world is Chloe Bailey?
Yes.
Who is that?
Huh?
I know. Listen,
all
remember,
right.
we have to educate me. Things.
Yes. So Chloe Bailey is she's the sister of Chloe and Halle.
Okay.
So she is a singer. She signed to Beyonce's label,
Nice.
Parkwood.
singer,
she-
actor,
Singer,
yes,
actor. She was in the movie. What was the movie that came out?
Let It
Peacock?
Shine.
Let It Shine.
Let It
yes.
Yes.
That was actually really good. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was pretty dope. And yeah, her concert was really good. I listened to a little bit of the album, so I didn't know like a whole bunch of the songs except for the ones that she put out. But the concert was good. You can definitely tell that Beyonce is like her mentor and everything, because
Mhm.
it was kind of like watching Beyonce's younger self.
Yeah.
But I love to see that Chloe is like really becoming into her own.
Okay.
So I thought that was really dope.
So I'm gonna have to look up Chloe Bailey.
She's
Yes,
also
Chloe
in the
Bailey.
series Swarm,
Yeah.
first episode.
Woo, child, we won't
That
talk
was
about that
deep.
episode.
Ooh, that was deep.
We won't talk about that. But other than that, man, my summer was good. I took care of myself, and we back here at Mud Talk. So yeah.
It's exciting.
I think you've been doing a lot of tailgating.
A lot of tailgating or just losing in Flip Cup. That's all I saw.
Both of them. Yes. Yeah. Flip Cup is not
I'm
my
coming
game.
next week.
Yeah, Flip Cup is not my game. But if you want me to beer pong and all that other stuff, I got you.
See, Flip Cup's I will
I've
win
never
every time.
played.
What?
You never played Flip
Never.
Cup before?
Never.
All right. So
Really?
you know what?
Never.
We might have to have a little Flip Cup challenge to teach you how.
Okay. I played like beer pong, but that was about it. One time in Vegas.
Oh, okay. All
Bring
right.
my big fancy plastic cups for some Flip Cup. It'd be some serious Flip Cup.
All right. Well, before we get into anything, I know it's a big episode. It is, our Battle of the Sexes episode. And, we got a lot of spicy questions from our guests and our viewers and listeners and all that stuff. So we're not going to get into that just yet, because y'all know I got to give y'all what's called Big T.
Can we introduce our guest host real quick? I know
No,
he
my
introduced
bad.
himself, but I mean, people are like,
my bad.
this does not look like Red. Red did not change this much over the summer. I promise. So
No, it's not.
you want to introduce yourself a little bit? Tell us about yourself. Here, I'm going to fix your mic while you do it.
How y'all doing? My name is Dion. 1/3 of the
Sorry, hold on. I know I got you. It's about to be in your face.
Sorry.
There you go. Oh, it's about here. Keep talking. I got you.
I have a fashion brand. I'm a teacher. Really, I'm an educator. Let me correct myself. That's just about it. I like to live. I'm 24, so
Okay.
So that's good. So we got a lot of different ages too for our Battle of Sexes. So we'll get some different
Yeah.
Yes,
perspective
This
that
should be
way, too.
interesting.
I'm the youngest of everybody. I'm just kidding. I'm not younger than 24. Okay, so I need to fix this mic though before we do
I'm
anything else because
21.
we're falling over
Yeah.
here. All right, I'm gonna put it right here and you just twist it wherever you want it. Is that good?
All right.
Is it good?
yeah.
Okay.
You good?
I think we're good. See, this is how you know we're just warming up. All right. I think
All
we're good.
right. So before we get into anything else, y'all know we got to do what's called Big T with the T. And this is where I give y'all all the things that's going on with these celebrities and gossip and all of that stuff. Because, they've been keeping me busy this summer. So I got a lot of tea, but I condensed it. Okay.
Mhm.
So first things first, we're going to talk about our girl, Krishan.
Oh,
Krishan Rock. Yes.
Oh,
yes,
Krishan.
yes. So, of course, she was in the news again. So, Krishan Rock has heard the message. And by the way, all of our news comes from TMZ. Krishan Rock has heard the message loud and clear from people angry with her lack of care when holding her newborn infant. So she was spotted in Walmart, and the baby neck was just dangling, dangling all around. But she took notice of that, and she decided to address it. But she says that Blueface has been MIA in helping out with the newborn. Krishan addressed the now viral video showing her young son's head dangling around while she held him in a carrier at Walmart. Rock admits fault for not cradling his head properly, but says the woman who recorded her struggling with the baby could have offered her some help if she felt there was an issue. Krishan also called out Blueface, who took a jab at her after the video went viral, claiming her calls to him have gone unanswered. Rock explained she was juggling the baby, the dog, and 2 full carts with only 2 hands. Krishan says she was stretched to the limit. Blue, for his part, says he wasn't ragging on Krishan over the Walmart incident, but says she's going to have to play the part of being an adult when she's not around to save the day. So
this is her first, his
Yes.
second, right? Because he's got an older kid. Yeah, he does.
yes.
I like the fact that you called him Bluefoot because
Blueface.
Oh, did I say
Bluefoot, Blueface.
Okay.
Don't sue her. But yeah, so like it's a first time mom, and I agree. You're in Walmart and you see a first time mom struggling. Like, let's lift up women. If you're somebody, help her out.
Yeah.
Or if you're that concerned, instead of posting it all over the
All
internet.
over social media.
Yeah.
I mean, you see her struggling. So, like you said, instead of just recording it, like, help her out.
Yeah.
Say, hey, can I at least push the carts for you?
Yeah.
You want me to hold your baby? Like,
That way you can hold the
what do
baby.
you,
And
what do you want me to do?
Right.
yes.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Shame on whoever that was.
Shame on them.
Yeah.
They'll probably be part of my FYF today. All right. In other news, Dwayne Wade opened up about his side baby. Because he had
We talked about this.
Yes,
Or his side baby on the way.
yes, he had a baby with a side chick. So Dwayne Wade is opening up on one of the most challenging times of his life, admitting he nearly ended things with his now-wife Gabrielle Union after finding out he was having a child with another woman. The Miami Heat legend, who fathered his 9-year-old son Xavier during a pause in his relationship with Union in 2013, broke down his mental struggles with the circumstances during his appearance on Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay podcast this week, saying it's something the couple still deals with to this day. He says it hasn't been perfect. It will never be perfect. We go to therapy. We've been to therapy. We've had shouts about it, regular conversations about it. And it's going to continue to be something that I have to work at and work on. I actually tried to break up with her, but
That sounds so toxic.
Oh my
I tried to break up with her. But hey, things have been bad lately. Hey, we've been having a little distance in our relationship anyway. I tried all of that, but she kept showing up. But he says he's thankful she didn't give up on their love for each other.
A little distance. Is that what we call a side baby now?
I guess so.
All right.
So yeah, so apparently, Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union are still working through that situation, but he says he believes that it will be something that they're going to continue to talk about throughout the relationship forever.
They're going to have to. There's a baby.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right. And in our last big T with the T news, so Jeezy is pulling the plug on his marriage to Jenny May. So the Atlanta rapper filed for divorce Thursday to the talk show host in Fulton County Superior Court. According to documents obtained by TMZ, Jeezy filed in Georgia on Thursday, saying their marriage is irretrievably broken with no hope for reconciliation. Jeezy is seeking joint legal and physical custody of their 1-year-old daughter, Monaco, and he says they have an existing prenup in place. The news could have very well been news to Jenny. She recently celebrated her soon-to-be ex-husband's book and his accomplishments on a heartfelt IG post just a week ago. Their union was a relatively short-lived marriage. The pair got married in March of 2021 at their Atlanta home in the heart of the pandemic. So
didn't she like try to talk to somebody? It was like, I feel like I read something. I gotta figure out who it was. It was the oddest person I thought she would have ever tried to hit on. I'm gonna think of who it was, but it was like a really that's who she's talking to now.
Yeah. My whole thing about the whole Jenny Mae situation. So there was this clip. So she used to be the host of The Real, which was a show on Fox or whatever. And there was this segment where it was her and Tamar, and she made a statement saying that she likes her dark meat on the side. And they were asking her, like, what does that mean? Like, clarify. And she was saying that she prefers white meat, but she's also attracted to dark meat if that happens. But her preference is white meat.
So whoever it was that I'm thinking of was white. I can't remember who it was.
So her husband was actually white.
Who was her husband?
I don't know. But her first husband was white. And so she got divorced, and then she ended up getting married to Jeezy. So I kind of feel like that could have something to do with it, because that's a bold statement to make on national TV and saying that you preferred.
Well, and on the marriage is inside.
Exactly.
I don't know what she was doing.
So I don't know.
Did they get married? Like, was she pregnant when they got married?
No.
Okay, so that happened after.
Yes, that happened after. Yes, but she was all on the real, like, my husband is my man, my man, my man. That's basically what she was doing. And yeah, Jeezy was like, I ain't your man no more.
You know what? Good for you, Jeezy.
I mean, people have their type, but she was never good enough for my baby daddy. So.
Right. That's understandable.
Bye.
Can we just say that I actually really love their daughter's name? Monaco's a cool name.
Yes, that is a really nice name.
Yes, it is.
Yes, that's really dope. All right. Well, that was Big T with the tea. And if I got some tea, I'm gonna spill it here first on Mud Talk. So
it's all baby news. Everybody making babies and having babies
and getting divorced. Yep. I told you, these celebrities, they kept me busy, man. They kept me busy. They ain't have shit else to do but get married and
make babies, make side babies.
You know, all of that good stuff. So, all right. So, Miss Shay, what you got for us today? Because you know it's Shay with the shits, and you always got some shit to tell us. So, what you telling us today? I got
something for y'all today, it's what I call the 3 L's of love. So, here's what my opinion or description is of the 3 L's of love. Never lie to them, never lead them on. So doing those 2 things give people the choice of if they rock with you or not. So you got to leave it up to whoever you're dealing with of, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, set the cards on the table, and if you still here, you still here. Like same way you just said D Wade and Gabby Union, she persistent, like I still want to be here, you know, no matter what we go through. That shows you where a person's loyalty is. You know, and if you're honest with them, that makes you deserving of their loyalty, and vice versa. And then the third one, if you can't do those 2 things, the third is let them go. Period. Stop wasting people's time.
Absolutely. Time is precious and valuable.
Yes, you can't get that back. Like I'd rather waste money before I waste time. So that's my 3 L's of love, you know. Take it or leave it.
A lot there.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
honesty is key.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We love that. Well, we know Shay, she's always with the shit.
She
all
is.
the time. We love that shit.
So the 3 L's, no lying, no leading on, and if you can't do all that, leave them.
If those 2 are too much to handle, let them go.
Yeah.
Let them go.
Yeah.
It's somebody out there who's willing to put in the work and give that person what they need, and it's selfish of you to stop that. So
yeah.
Let them go.
Right. Yeah.
Live your life and do you.
And we had that conversation before about like leading people on, like let people know what your fucking intentions are.
Yes.
If your intentions is the fuck, just say that, because you might find somebody who's on the same shit as you.
And that's that honesty. Like I might want to just fuck too. I think we said that before. Like,
and if it changes, tell them.
Yeah.
Like, cause sometimes, you know, like maybe once you start, you know, messing with each other, then you start liking them, and maybe the other person's just still on that we're still gonna fuck. But you know, tell them, hey, I'm on some different shit now. Are we going to be on the same shit? And you always need to have that conversation.
So
yeah.
Again, even if that changes, if you guys are on the same page, at least communicate about it and then make a mutual decision to either be together or go your separate way.
Absolutely.
But don't waste nobody's time. Stop wasting people's time.
Yes, that's what's up. Don't waste my fucking time.
Yeah.
Shit, my time is fucking precious and money.
I got better things to do.
Yeah.
All right, before we get into anything else, we got to shout out some people who are watching the show. We want to say shout out to Greg, he said he's tuning in from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Hi, Greg.
What's up, Greg? And we also got to shout out Unique Johnson. We're going to talk about her show later on, the Girl Talk podcast.
Yes.
But she commented and she said that Jenny Mae likes her dark meat on the side.
Well,
that's crazy.
I'm just like, I don't love.
so at that point, is it technically he knew what he was getting himself into?
That maybe she did not follow your 3 Ls. Maybe she did not,
She
make
probably
her
was
intentions known.
leading him on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Leading him on.
She was.
Yeah.
And if
But
that's the case,
yeah.
Somebody probably needs to tell her what an actual side versus like marriage is, because I think she's confused.
well, some marriages do have side situations.
Yeah, but it sounds like
so-
she married the side, right? Like
in
she-
her opinion.
in her
So,
opinion,
yeah.
based on what she said.
Well, I think for me, it's so crazy to say that statement like on national TV.
Yes.
Like that's really
Yes.
that's really crazy to me.
It was crazy for her to make the statement, but even crazy for him to marry her. Like
Yes.
you already knew what you were getting yourself into.
Yeah.
You set yourself up for that.
But maybe
But that's
Jeezy
what I'm
didn't
saying.
watch
Maybe
the
he
rip.
didn't know. Maybe he didn't. Yeah,
He
like
didn't
Yeah.
watch the show.
a lot of celebrities don't.
Yeah.
They won't watch what they just go out, they do their thing, they don't watch it. They don't know,
Yeah.
or their partners or
So you
whoever.
mean to tell me there was nobody in his camp that ever saw that show?
Well,
I mean,
at that
but
point-
here's the thing though. I didn't even see the clip until they were talking about getting divorced, and they brought it up. Like people went viral. And was like they should have known a long time ago when she said this.
so that happened before they got married.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she said that before they got married. So, but I did see like she was on the Jennifer Hudson show, and when they were still married or whatever the case may be, she was like, they were trying to give the baby like the best of both worlds. Like
Mhm.
he had never been over to like her country and learning more about her culture, and then like she actually moved to Atlanta because she's like, I want to like indulge myself in Atlanta culture. But from what I read, it was more so like she was trying to pressure him to like really like be all about her culture. Because
Yeah.
we know, because she's Asian, right? Yeah, she's Asian.
Yeah.
So we know like within Asian culture, they like take their shit very seriously.
Yes.
So I feel like maybe that kind of has something to do with it too. And I mean, who knows? I don't know. And there also was a rumor out there today saying that she was messing around with Mario Lopez. So
See,
I
that's
don't
not
know.
the name I heard. God, I gotta think of who it was.
I heard Mario Lopez today.
Dude from Saved by the Bell.
Yeah. You know Saved by the Bell? I'm just wondering.
They still air that. To
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking I was like 10 when that came out, and
Yeah.
That's like asking him if he know about Golden Girls.
true.
Yeah.
Keep
I don't
being
know.
a friend.
All right, before we move on to anything else, we got somebody else we want to say. Oh, hey, Akira. She said, Happy Friday, friends. Thank you for watching.
Hey,
happy
Kira.
belated birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yes. Miss Akira just had her birthday. She just turned 28.
Ooh,
Ah.
just put all your business out.
Well,
He
right.
made 21.
Oh, my
Right.
bad. 21 plus 7.
You put the business out there.
That's all
We
for
love you.
credit.
We love you, Akira.
We love you. All right, Miss Amy. So we always, well, if y'all don't know, if you've never watched the show before, listen before, we have a segment on the show called Ask the White Girl. And this is where we allow people to ask questions that have anything to do about white people.
Mhm.
And this is not factual stuff. This is just based off of your
My
your
experience. I mean, I'm not,
experiences.
I can't say I can speak for a whole culture. And honestly, we've decided from all the questions we've answered, I realize a lot of this is not my experience. But I will speak of what I know. And sometimes I go and ask some of my white friends if I'm not, knowledgeable about certain things. But
Yes. So we've had a lot of very interesting Ask the White Girl questions on the show.
Mhm.
And we had one in particular that you actually had somebody sent in, right?
yeah. So this is so we are not just a Toledo podcast. We are a podcast that is local in Toledo. We also have a national and a global audience.
Absolutely.
And so this is a shout out to DJ from North Carolina. Had one that we thought fit pretty well. And actually all my white girl questions are from people sending them in, or my travels this summer. Like I will ask anybody to ask me white girl questions. So
Yes. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's get into it. And then we're going to come back and see what Miss Amy's response is.
all right.
All right.
Hey, white girl, I got a big question. How do I approach a white girl? You know what I mean? How do I do? I need to know.
All right. So his question was, how do I approach a white girl? So I said I need a little more information about this because I was a little confused. So first, I kind of wanted to know what he meant by that. And his response was, well, he said, I feel like sometimes if I'm trying to talk to like a white girl versus a girl of a different race, you might have to approach a little differently. This is how I know you're new. I just need you to sit and relax. We answer all these questions. This is all based on the white girl, the questions people have. We respect them all. But anyway, so I asked him, I said, okay, so he said, I just feel like, is there a different way you have to approach a white girl if I want to talk to a white girl versus a girl of a different race? And I said, well, what kind of white girl are we talking about? Because I feel like there's different, you might have a different, he said, I want the pumpkin spice drinking, Starbucks loving, Target shopping, and he's like, that kind of white girl. So I guess my answer to him, and it's honestly, I think my answer is probably going to be similar to anybody that's a female that wants to be approached. But I can see where if you're looking for like the white girl, like the Starbucks drinking Target, you do probably have to be careful not to be so forward and upfront. Because that is not something that I guess I'm gonna call it basic white girl is gonna be comfortable with. I think when you grow up as a white girl, you are taught a little bit. You want things to be a little less forward. And so I said, you got to be kind of careful about how you approach that, and don't approach it in such an upfront and aggressive way. And, and when you approach the white girl and you are saying things like, maybe not coming up to them and talking about how beautiful they are, definitely don't do it at the gas station. My thoughts about approaching women at gas stations. And if you do approach a white girl, I kind of was joking around. I was like, he's like, well, what if I say, they're beautiful? I'm like, as long as you say that, and I know it's not something you're saying to everybody, like you're not that guy that's like roaming around the grocery store or the gas station or the carry out being like, oh, you're beautiful. And then as soon as I get in my car and drive away, then there's somebody else like, oh, you're beautiful. Like it's got to be a genuine like compliment. And even still, you're probably going to scare most basic white girls away. So then I kind of thought, well, then he said, what if I just said, are you single? I'm like, you can do that. But if she says I'm single, don't look around and be like, what, you can't have friends? Because that's not going to work either, because that's going to scare. So just, I guess, asking questions, being genuine. I don't think you should be standing out in public, just approaching every white girl that you see that's a basic white girl. If it's somebody that you genuinely want to approach and talk to, do it a little bit more gentle. Read the body language. If the body language is like, I don't want to talk to this person, just kind of see how open they are to it. And then, I guess if it's a white girl who maybe has a little more culture and has a little more diversity in their life, they might be a little more comfortable with like the ways that you would approach anybody that he thought of other cultures how he approaches other women of other cultures. But most women, I don't care if you're what culture or race you are. Nobody wants to be approached by a guy that just approached 25 other men. Or other women or men, either way, whatever you want, whatever you're doing. Your preference. Women, hello, that way, because it's very disingenuous. Like you could definitely tell when somebody's just sitting there trying to approach anybody, just trying to get somebody to go home with them, give them their number. I mean, shoot, I was at a gas station once with some guy. I walked out with a Slurpee. He's like, "Can I get a drink of that?" And I was like, "Excuse me, that's gross." And then continue to try to talk to me as I'm rolling my window up.
That's the same with the club, the bar.
Anywhere, not anywhere you are. So I don't think that's necessarily just a white girl thing, but I do think you probably do need to be, if you're looking for the basic white girl, probably a little bit more gentle. And then if the answer is no, it means no. Read the body language, because that maybe they're not in. Maybe you're not. That's the kind of person that they're into, or maybe they have a partner. Maybe they're afraid to say something. And continuing to be persistent and pushing is not going to do it for you.
Absolutely.
So DJ, hopefully that answered your question.
All right. So is DJ trying to get a white girl? Is that what he's saying?
It sounded like it. I think DJ's maybe wanted to try a basic white girl.
All right. Well, DJ, if you're watching, let us know how that goes and give us a follow-up.
DJ, let us know.
We would love to get an update.
DJ actually follows us on our brand new Instagram page.
Yes.
We just started over the summer. So if you don't follow, go to Mud Talk 419.
Yes.
Hit follow, invite your friends. So I even messaged him today and said, hey, we're going to play your question. So
All right. Well, shout out to DJ for that. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And shout out to Miss Amy for being our favorite white girl and always answering our Ask the White Girl questions. And Miss Amy, you actually have something special that you're going to be doing for this season, right? With the Ask the White Girl questions.
Yeah, so we started. If you watched our pregame, if you didn't, you can go check it out. But we're just gonna we're still gonna do Ask the White Girl questions if they come through. I still have a couple more. I do have one from somebody I met when I was in Nashville, Tennessee, and actually you get a little perspective from me and my daughter because she happened to be there when the question was asked. And then I had a couple people send some other ones in, so I'm gonna be answering those still. So you're always welcome to ask those. I'm also going to be doing some white girl visits, some places that, maybe white people don't typically visit or get some experiences, places I've never been. And then I also have some questions that I'm having my white friends ask me to ask my black friends. Because the whole idea of this segment was that we can learn about other people's experiences and cultures and ask those questions and answer those questions. The people are afraid to ask, and we do it in a very non-judgmental way. Whatever reason people have questions, we want to break that down.
Absolutely. All right.
So,
well, thank you, Miss Amy, for that. Make sure y'all be looking more for those Ask the White Girl questions coming soon.
Send them in. If you want them, send them in. Send a video. You can message us in any of our, social medias. And if you're one of our white friends and you have a question, you can message those to us as well. And actually, one of our sponsorship package levels is that if you want White Girl to come visit your business or your organization and you think it would be a good experience that I could share, that's part of our sponsorship packet.
I actually was going to say, you want to run down those sponsorship packages? Because,
hey,
look, we got a brand new set. We didn't upgrade it. Tell them about the sponsorship.
We have sponsorship packets for you, ranging anywhere from I think like $15 to $25 to get mentioned on the show. We will play an ad if you have an ad. We will create an ad for you if you need a video or an ad created. It goes all the way to if you have a product that you want us to sample on the show, outside of the show, we'll sample that. We'll talk about it on the show. We'll shout out your business in that case. We have sponsorship packets that you can sponsor the whole season. You can have your ad run every single episode of our season, and we have a lot of episodes.
Yes.
And these don't ever go away.
This is actually episode 31.
Yeah. So then that's just the first two seasons we had 30 and this is 31.
31, yes.
So, that never goes away. It stays on the podcast, on the YouTube forever. So your business is going to be out there. It is a really good deal.
Yes.
Aside from that, we also have, if you have a service that you could lend us t-shirt making, poster making, we've used a lot of different services here just to get our podcast up and running. If you want us to come out and host your event, you can have a couple of us come out and host your event. White Girl can come out and visit. So there's all sorts of things that you can do just to get your business out there and, get some more business for you.
Absolutely. And Shay, what's that contact information they can contact us on?
So you can contact us at mudtalk@gmail.com or at 419-827-TALK.
There you go.
Or slide into any of our DMs.
Yes, absolutely.
Slide it. And by DMs, I mean Mud Talk DMs.
Yes.
Don't try to slide into the basic white girls DMs.
Yes.
My basic white girl. I don't know.
No, you got a little bit of seasoning.
A little bit.
Nah, you got a little bit of seasoning. You're not the basic white girl.
Yeah,
so.
I don't like pumpkin anything.
Yes. This season too.
Yeah, I grew up.
Yes.
She used seasoning too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Hey, I've been using seasoning before I was even on this show.
Yeah. And you know what's so crazy? I was thinking about the show earlier today. Coming up in January, it's going to be our 3-year anniversary of Mud Talk. That shit is crazy, yo. Like, it's so crazy just to see like where we've come within the 3 years.
Right.
I mean, we've switched studios, we've upgraded the studio, we've come up with different segments, we've had some amazing people on the show. I mean, we've had history.
So many amazing guests.
So many amazing
and just
guests.
to think we stemmed from an idea.
Yes. While at the bar.
Always. All of our good ideas happen at the bar.
They always happen at the bar.
Yes.
So, yes. So I'm super excited when January comes. We're going to celebrate our 3-year anniversary. And yeah, man.
We got to do it big.
We do. Yes. We may not have to be in the studio for this.
I think so. We need to be out.
We need to be out somewhere. I don't know where we're going to be at.
The bar.
You know what? Maybe we should. Maybe we should be at the bar for that.
We could do a bar hop. That would be amazing.
Yes, it would.
Maybe.
I don't know. Do we want
to? We probably would.
I might get fired.
Just get some GoPros.
Oh, yeah.
We should.
We should. That would be dope.
Yeah. For the hidden cameras. I'm just weird. That's my button.
Don't do that.
Body cam.
I could not be held accountable when I do bar crawls.
Not body cam footage. All right. Well, speaking of podcasts, there's a new podcast that joined the Many Faces podcast studio family. Shout out to Unique Johnson, who has been on the show. She actually told me yesterday, she's like, I've been on your show twice. And I was like, so you don't want to come into the show and like talk about your podcast? And she's like, no, that would be 3 times. And I was like,
She's like, I got my own podcast now.
she's like, yeah,
Right.
fuck y'all, I got my
She
own
needs
podcast.
to have us come onto her. Well, by us, she means us.
Yes.
Come onto her show because it's called.
It's called Girl Talk. And
Yeah.
so Girl Talk is the only podcast that talks about, you know, women issues for women by women. And she, you know, that episode actually is debuting tomorrow at noon right here on Many Faces Podcast Studio Facebook page and the Girl Talk Facebook page and YouTube page. And so her first episode is going to be talking about what about your friends?
Okay.
And they're going to be talking about, it was her and Lexi, who obviously, shout out to Lexi, who owns this beautiful studio that we have. They talked about, can men and women actually be friends? So they had that conversation. And also too, just the friendship amongst women, like how sometimes, you know, one of the things that, and I wouldn't even say just with women, but even in general, when you are moving and being genuine with your moves, you sometimes don't notice when a person is being
Mhm.
disingenuine. I don't know if that's
This, yeah,
There we go.
disingenuine. I think is the word.
disingenuine. There we go. So sometimes you don't notice that. And
Yeah.
so they had that conversation because when you're moving with love, you don't notice that a person could be envious, they're being jealous,
Yes.
they're plotting on you.
Very true.
And so they had this whole conversation. So we actually have a clip that we're going to play.
Okay.
And then we're going to tap in. And then after that, we're going to get our battle of the sexes started. 'Cause
Okay.
That's why we're here. All right. So stay tuned in. Keep it locked, y'all. We'll be right back.
Like me and Burger, like that's my
Yes,
bro.
exactly.
Like that's my bro.
My best friend Braswell, that's Monster, the tattoo artist. Like we ain't never this is my bro. Like you sit on the couch, I sit on the couch. It is never nothing. And honestly, I think that when those boundaries are crossed is because of desperation. Because you at that point like, damn, I don't got nobody else. Because why would you even looking at your friend like that? That's
Your
like
friend
looking
like-
at your sister.
Right. And
Like,
that's
so you
what
looking
I'm
at your
like.
sister with that eye, like, yeah, you know, one day I can. You know, I'm the same person you told about how you was
Right.
fucking them up, like how you did them, and I'm like, nigga, you wrong. You are dead. Because I am that sister who will
listen.
tell you like, bro, now why did you play with that girl like that?
Okay.
You know that's gonna come back, and if it don't come back on you, it's gonna come back on your kids. Like you gotta operate in a space of morality, and I am the one who's gonna be right there holding you to the fire. I don't want to hear your little whole stories because I'm definitely like, so are you the girlfriend that? Let me look. Yeah, you can't have no 2-3 girlfriends. We ain't operating in that space.
Yeah, don't put me in that
Don't
situation.
put me in that. Don't put me in that at
Don't
all.
put me in that
It's blowing
situation.
up. I'm telling you now, it's
Because I
blowing
can't
up.
ride.
Man, not at all.
I can't.
Don't
And
ever.
too, I'm a woman. So
Exactly.
Mud Talk with Big T, Shay, and Miss Amy.
Mud Talk is the only show that brings you the latest in music, news, and fashion, and keeping your ears to the streets while you grind and shine. Hosted by Big T, Shay Renee, Amy, and your boy Red. Be sure to tap into Mud Talk every single Friday, starting at 8 p.m. live on Facebook and YouTube. And catch us the next day, wherever you stream your podcast. All right, y'all. That was thank you. That was Unique Johnson's clip of the Girl Talk podcast debuting tomorrow at noon. Ladies, make sure that you grab your brunch, your mimosas, and all of that good stuff, and make sure you tap in tomorrow at 12 p.m. on her official Girl Talk Facebook page and YouTube page, as well as on the Many Faces Podcast Facebook page. So
I'll be tuned in
I'm
from Atlanta.
excited.
definitely tuned in. It was
Yes.
definitely a great conversation. Yes, it was a lot of fun. I had a great time helping her record that and all of that stuff. So super excited. So, and Unique actually said,
Okay.
she said, yes, Amy and Shay, come on and let's have some girl talk.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, she wants y'all on some girl talk. That's
I
gonna
love
be
girl
that's
talk.
gonna be interesting. with y'all.
Sweetie's Day's coming up too. Let's do it.
She's actually doing a live show after this on October 14th, y'all. So,
Okay.
so y'all might have to be on that one.
Yes.
Just let me know.
All right. So it is our Battle of the Sexes show. And we had we actually asked people to send us questions in regards to men versus women topics. Things that women wanted to know about men and things that men wanted to know about women. And we wanted to put it all on the table. Okay.
Yeah.
And what better way to do that than to come on Mud Talk and have this conversation?
Yes.
So
So as we talk, they can comment and we'll let you join the convo too.
absolutely.
All
Yes.
right.
Join the conversation. And like we said, we have who's our guest that's gonna be,
Vion.
here we go. He got that deep Barry White voice.
You have a nice voice. Say it again.
Vion.
Ooh.
Watch out, Keith Sweat.
I like that, right? Ooh.
So we're gonna go ahead and get into these questions. Y'all ready?
All right.
Yes.
All right. So, and for those of you who are watching, like Miss Amy said, you can go ahead, you can feel free to comment, like, and share because we want to get y'all thoughts too. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So, question number 1. If a man and woman are no longer together, is child support something that a woman should just automatically file for, or is it something that's just an insult to a man?
I feel like it's a conversation to be had. If you can't come to an agreement mutually between, each other without involving the courts, then yes, child support should be established. And I do not feel like it's just, to be malicious because some men do not provide financial support if they aren't in the picture. And that's just what it is because they tend to go off and start new families and have a whole new life. And he's not used to maintaining on his own.
Yeah.
I mean, I think for me, I get frustrated with women, honestly, sometimes because I think they do use child support in a very malicious way. And it's like, we're going to be, they maybe talk about it ahead of time, or I'm not going to put you in child support. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. And then all of a sudden something doesn't go right. They break up. They're not together. They don't like the new girlfriend of the father of the child. And now all of a sudden I'm going to take you to court. I'm going to put you on child support. So that bothers me. And that's me speaking like what that women do. I know in my experience with my oldest son, I did not have child support. We basically just made an agreement that there wasn't going to be child support because I knew that number one, we were both, 19 and 20. We had, or 20 and 21 had no money at all. And so it was one of those, like we were co-parenting well. And by co-parenting, I mean like able to raise the child, but there were times that I wouldn't even look at him. I'm just like, take your kid. And, and it was vice versa. But child support was one of those things where I was like, he gave me a certain amount that we agreed on. And we actually we had to fill something out for the court and get it notarized because we were using the insurance that the government provided. So you can't do that without child support. But we notarized something and I, never had a problem with the amount because we agreed on it. And, then he, I think, paid for his daycare. And I never once at any point in time thought, I should put him on child support. But then again, I could see the other part of it, which was sometimes I wish maybe we would have just done it and got it over with and just said, let's just have that child support because it takes out that, I guess, that stress a little bit of like, maybe she's going to put me on child support. Maybe she's not. Or maybe she's going to take this agreement back and go get the court to, make her pay all the money that, we're going to pay. What do you think?
Me personally, I don't got kids. So, but what I
can't relate.
What I can say is, to me, it depends. Now, if your dude wasn't already can I cuss?
Oh yeah, we already said fuck.
If your dude wasn't ain't shit like when you met him, you had the kid, then you can't be mad like whatever decision he chooses after y'all left because he didn't show this character before. Yeah. So I feel like, I feel like that deserves to be on, like he deserves to be on child support based on patterns.
Because he's not reliable.
Yeah, but if somebody is like down for you in the beginning and then he's still down for you and y'all had that agreement, I feel like you putting them on child support is going to somewhat ruin that trust between y'all got because it's like, Dang, I thought we got something going on. Like we built this, so
It's definitely gonna change the dynamic of the relationship.
But that's I don't know why. Like I guess that's my question. Why? Because I look at it like you can look at it like it could change the dynamic in that respect. But like if you're that down for your girl and the kid, then shouldn't just like why do guys take it so personal? Shouldn't it just be like, okay, that's just part of me supporting my kid?
But see, I feel like that conversation needs to be had. Like, not saying take care of your child, but it needs to. If we break up, then we need to have that conversation of I need you to still continue to provide whatever you were providing.
And back to what you're saying, it's more of a trust thing. So it's like you're not giving me that full trust to provide.
Yeah.
You are now relying on someone else to make me do it.
Yeah.
And it kind of changes it.
Yeah.
So
but then you also have some women who are like, well, fuck you. That's why I'm about to make you pay child support.
Right.
And it's
being
just like
malicious.
being malicious, yes.
They shouldn't have children in the first place.
Exactly.
Unfortunately,
you get to know people before you lay down.
10
and have
minutes of
kids.
pleasure turns into
A lifetime of pain.
There you go.
It can, not always. Doesn't always. I don't want everyone walking away thinking that like the 10 minutes of pleasure is always going to be pain. But I guess I don't know. So it's more just like the trust issue when you think that like guys. Yeah, I don't know. I just
if my BM ever was to put me on child support, hopefully I have a way. But if my BM was to ever put me on child support, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna look at her crazy and we're gonna fight for that because I don't believe in me being on child support yet because I'm not a child. I'm gonna make sure I take care of mine because I made it.
So what about this? Is it different if there's a divorce situation? So if there were a couple that were married and then they got divorced, does that change anything?
I feel like the same rules.
That's still my child.
If you felt that confident enough to marry me, then you should feel that confident enough that I'm going to take care of my child. If I, said before God, I'm going to take care of you, then of course I'm going to take care of my child.
Although in a divorce situation, that what I said before God is no longer. And that's why, because that's a little bit different because you're dividing everything.
Because that person you're marrying is not your biological, that's not your blood. So if I can, say before God, I'm going to take care of you through sickness and health, then of course I'm going to do that for my child. And if you feel like I wouldn't, then you should have married me in the beginning.
Yeah, I guess I can see that, but I can also see that I think a lot of people get married and they think one thing, and then as the course of the marriage comes, like, so, I don't know anybody that walks up to an aisle and thinks I'm probably going to get divorced. Like, I think most people walk up to the aisle and think we're probably not going to get divorced and be with them forever, and then life happens, things happen.
Greg said,
you'd be surprised.
What'd he say? If I wasn't driving Oh, Greg, I know.
Greg
I
said if I
know.
wasn't driving, I have a lot to say.
Greg, I might need you to call in for this one because I know you have a lot to say because, of your experience.
Yeah, call in.
Yes. All right. Question number 2. Why do so many men get so upset when their baby mama files for child support? And why do so many women use child support as something to hold over the baby daddy's head?
So much child support questions.
Well, I
feel like we
kind of answered that one already. Let's go on to the next one.
Well, I feel like some women hold the child support with the baby daddy because once they move on, they become bitter. They,
definitely
they become bitter, and you not fucking me no more, and there's all this other. Because I've heard stories,
and you're fucking somebody else now.
Yeah, what's the craziest place you would hear these stories at?
The bar,
the barbershop.
Oh, I said the bar. We both like the bar.
Barbershop. Yo, shout out to Groom. I hear a lot of this is why I be telling my barber, like, shut the fuck up when I get my haircut. So me and Amy was talking earlier. I was like, when I go to the barber, I tell my barber, like, be quiet. One, because it's self-care.
He doesn't say shut the fuck up.
I don't say shut the fuck up to my brother-in-law.
I was gonna say,
but we just say what up, and then he just cuts my hair. But one, because it's my self-care, but two, I'm just trying to get the tea. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, but I hear a lot of stories in the barbershop about like how their baby mamas have literally like putting them on child support head over their head because they are fucking somebody else. Or like, oh, you got a new girl and da 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 da.
And again, we can't judge because we don't know he was fucking that girl before they got divorced or before they broke up. It could be some hurt behind that bitter, but I'm still not excusing the bitter.
I just feel like
especially when the children are
yeah, and I think when it comes to child support, I just wish that both people, no matter what your situation was, divorce or if you just made a baby one night or you were together, I just wish people would realize that they are kids, and so we can't let hurt feelings and malicious intention impact that, no matter what that looks like.
Your kids are not pawns,
right?
Like, don't do
ever.
that. Yes.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Okay.
Question number 3.
Is this about child support too?
No, it's not. We're done with the child support. We're done with that. All right. Question number 3. Is mild jealousy in a relationship? We got sirens and stuff going.
Did you just call 911 on your phone on accident?
Please don't.
Oh, I hope not. Fire department's about to show up here. Hopefully somebody stops that before they come busted in here.
Thick thighs save lives.
It's true.
One of
All
y'all
right.
might need them in about 2 minutes.
Is mild jealousy in a relationship healthy or a red flag?
I feel like this can go both ways. I feel like mild jealousy, it's a thin line, but because mild jealousy can be somewhat okay, he's more protective than jealous, but like I said, that's a thin line to teeter because that jealousy can also turn into something way worse.
Yes. If it starts off mild and you don't check that shit in the ass right then and there, it can turn
It's
into
definitely
something worse.
a conversation to be had.
Yes.
I've heard people say before, like that are in relationships, and I've even had people tell, in relationships I've had in the past, like, I'm not a jealous person by nature. I don't get jealous very often at all. And I think it's funny to me because, when I think, she said red flag, run. Right. So I'm with you, Unique. So like when I think about this, like I've actually had somebody look at me and say, the fact that you're not jealous makes me think that you don't care about me. And I so that's kind of where I can see the other side of it, where I'm like, but I do care about you. I just don't get jealous very often. Like, I mean, it takes a lot to get me jealous. And I never looked at it as the fact that like they're looking at it like I don't care about them because I don't get jealous. And I also don't understand people that are jealous either. So like that's hard for me to understand.
I think a lot of people confuse jealousy with protectiveness. Like, because it's not the fact that I'm jealous, it's just I'm protecting what's mine and you're mine. So if I feel like that person is overstepping their, boundaries, then of course I'm gonna check that shit.
Yeah. I feel like
I think that is jealousy though.
No,
like,
it's all about respect.
But
It's not
see, I feel like why do I have to show you jealousy in order to feel like to show you that I care?
Yeah.
Why do I have to be jealous?
Well, that's what I said. I was like, I don't understand that because I'm not going to be jealous. But then I also don't understand, I guess, maybe the protectiveness because I feel like I shouldn't have to check anybody because if you really do genuinely respect me, you're not going to go out and entertain the idea of anybody. I should never have to check anybody because to me, I know that if we're riding with each other, we're riding with each other. And so if some girl comes up to you and maybe buys you a drink at the bar, hey, you know what? Cool, because you're going home with me.
Exactly.
Like, and so for me, I guess I don't understand it. Like I don't, because for me, it's like if we're good, we're good. Like
Right.
there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
And apparently, that is also means I don't care about them.
Yeah, what you think?
I think that's just based on insecurities for real. Like if I don't get the insecurities checked, me personally, I'm a protector, but at the same time, I play my cards right. So it's like if you play, I play. If it all depends on how you look at our relationship, honestly.
Yeah.
But mild jealousy, it depends on what we talk about, honestly. Like I get jealous over like little things. Like if you cool with your family, then I look like, dang, I ain't really cool with my family.
Okay.
It be them kind of things for real.
So does that start like fights in relationships and stuff?
No, not necessarily for me. Like I actually just get more intrigued into wanting to know more. Like, how did y'all get cool? What ways can I,
So you use it as like motivation almost.
Yeah. I just feel like being jealous is exhausting. It takes too much work. So if I have to do all of that to show you that I care, deuces.
Right.
Like, I don't got time.
No.
I don't got like I have to be jealous like every time we go out. That's too much damn work, and that's toxic.
Well, it's a lot of damn work to be jealous, but it's also a lot of work to like deal with somebody who's a jealous. And that's where I like the red flag that Unique said. Like that's a lot of work to deal with somebody who is jealous.
Right.
And that's in a
But then
relationship.
You have to constantly provide that reassurance.
I was about to say that means every day I have to be jealous.
No, I'm saying the other way around. I'm saying like when you look at somebody that's like it's a lot of work to have somebody be jealous of you. And like because then it's like I have to say, like you said, I have to tell you where I'm going, what I'm doing, this, that, and I feel like that kind of takes a little bit away from me.
Insecurities. Jealousy is more like we're in a scenario where somebody else is, hitting on me or buying me drinks or things like that.
Yeah.
Now, granted, if we're out and you keep hearing me tell the same guy, I'm good, then yes, as my man step up,
that's the protector
she's
stuff.
Here
Yeah.
with me. Yes, that's where the fine line, is
Mm-hmm.
drawn.
Yeah.
What was your question?
Could y'all be with an overthinker?
Oh, that's a good
I'm
question.
an overthinker, and I kind of I've slowly been learning, and I said slowly. I'm being honest. I can take accountability for that because I'm an overthinker, and it kind of plays into like my anxiety. So I kind of have to redirect my thoughts and to stop making a situation negative all the time and find the positive in it. So
could I be with an overthinker? Yes. So I think for it, but to me, I think overthinking does sometimes tend to borderline on looking like insecurities or jealousy. So if I know that that's who somebody is, yes, because then I know you know how they move and you know how you have to move with them.
Yes.
So if I know that you're an overthinker, then that means I have to reassure you. And I don't mind doing that because that's what you need in order for us to be cool.
Right.
But if your overthinking is now then turning into jealousy, and now I'm over here literally like doing a podcast, and all of a sudden you're over here blowing my phone up, like, where are you? Because you're overthinking and thinking like, oh, she must have lied to me. We need to address that in a different way, because that means we either need to address that overthinking and the roots as to why. Are you overthinking that much?
Yeah.
Or how can I reassure you? What do you need for me to know that I'm doing what I say I'm doing?
Right.
Or that I do genuinely love you and care about you? But I think with overthinkers, they do need a lot of reassurance. They need a lot of like love and care and a lot of positive affirmations and attention, and to be loved in the way that they like to be loved.
Yes.
Or kind of, touching base with like I spoke before about those weekly check-ins of, did I do something to make you think that, it was one thing and not the other.
Yes.
So
I think Greg meant to say communication, definitely not communism.
Greg, stop texting and driving. I still want to have a best friend tomorrow.
Yes.
Please. I love you, but
definitely
please stop.
communication is key.
Yes,
Yeah.
not communism.
Communication is top tier in all situations in any relationship. So,
Yes.
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 I can.
Thank you,
Communism
Greg.
is a whole nother
I love
subject.
him.
Greg said sorry, y'all.
No, literally, I'm fine. I'm so glad that you're listening and paying attention, but I need you to stop texting and driving. I need
Please
you to get
stop.
safely.
Just comment later, Greg.
Yeah.
Pull over.
Yes. Or use like the Texas. Maybe he did use Texas speech and it came out communism
Maybe.
instead of communication.
Let us know.
We do not support communism.
No,
Must
not at
talk.
all.
We do not support texting and driving.
No.
All right. Question number 4. So this is actually similar to what we talked about, what Unique is going to discuss on her podcast tomorrow. But can a man and woman just be friends, or is there always one or both that want to take it to the next level, such as sexual or relationship?
Oh, I have a lot to say about
Ooh,
this.
child. Okay, let me get this out the way. I personally feel like, listen, I personally feel like they should be able to be friends,
Yes.
because if you are grown as fuck, just because we are opposite sex doesn't mean we gotta have sex. Okay, that
Right.
shouldn't be the point of us being friends. You
Yes.
feel me? But there's always going to be somebody in the relationship that's going to want to take it to the next level. And from what
You
I
think there's
think,
always somebody, no matter what?
there's always
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's always yes. On
Because
one
what
side,
I- 'cause
sometimes
I don't
you do not
know.
know how.
I
to-
disagree.
Because what I've seen
Yeah.
is usually the man who wants to make it sexual, and then that happens, and then the woman wants to take it to the next level relationship, and the man ain't with that shit.
Yeah.
And then that's when the lines get blurred, and now you got, now we can't be friends, and then there's all this type of crazy shit.
Yeah.
So should they be able to be friends? Yes. In real life, does it happen? No.
I think it does happen. I
But there
disagree
are
with
some,
you.
but there
Not
are some,
often.
no, but not
Not
often.
often.
But there are some situations where men and women are friends.
I do think that it happens more often than we realize. I think that there's a big pressure when you are I think it's a lot of society pressure. And I think a lot of it is insecurities and jealousy. And no matter what somebody has going on, always assuming that somebody is going to have sexual or relationship feelings. Don't get me wrong. There are plenty of male-female relationships who you're like, oh, they're totally banging. Or they definitely want to take it to the next level. Like there's that. But I genuinely can say I do have male friends that I would never and have never and will never ever want to do anything or want a relationship or ever anything happen.
Yeah.
I think of like my best guy friend that I had all through high school. He bartended my, when I got married. Like there was all sorts of things that he was involved with in my life. Never once did either of us ever want to have a relationship or be sexual. Now, I will say that, I think that there's a lot of times when people may have those feelings start to creep up in certain ways, one or the other.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I don't think they always have to be acted upon or state. And I think some of that is when you're friends with somebody, you really have a lot in common. You're spending a lot of time with them. You're having certain emotions and feelings that you kind of let out to that person. But I do think people, I agree with you, can definitely be
Yes.
friends and be opposite gender. I'm like, I have never slept with you. I don't want to, and I don't want to be in a relationship with you, but we're opposite gendered and we're friends.
Well, it would never happen.
And that's not me, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I do think that you do have that ability to do
Yes.
that. But I also am not blind to think that there aren't situations where people definitely want to have or do take it to the next level.
Yes. But see, my thing is, if that is your intention of being friends with somebody,
Yeah.
that's kind of fucked up.
Mm-mm. I don't think that's ever the intention. No, I think it can be. I think
That's what I'm saying,
I think it's rarely the intention. I think the intention usually is probably like we have a lot in common. Let's be friends.
It start off as
Yes.
being friends, but then some situation may make it escalate into a certain direction.
Yeah.
And again, you have to be able to resist the temptation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's all about self-control.
Yeah. What do you think?
Oh man. Oh well, all those are good. 'Cause I'm
Thank you.
actually listening because I realize even in our generation, you know, we don't know how to be friends for real. Like as soon as we get cool, 6 months later we in a relationship. It's like, dang, I don't even know you for real. Like, because
So my question is, can you be friends with just a woman?
okay, so
Do you need to answer that, or does the giggle
No,
answer
no,
everything?
no. So I can, honestly, genuinely can. It just depends. Now, if I really feel like I can see something and you friends on me, am I gonna be weird about it? No. I mean, we're gonna be cool. I ain't gonna like dish you or anything like that. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, you don't know what you're missing, but it's okay. It's okay.
So you're the one that's always like, no, we are gonna take this, but I want to, but
So he
So
gonna
do you have any female friends?
Yeah, I got
that you
female
haven't
friends.
slept with or wanted to have a relationship with. You don't have to put yourself out there, but you, like that you genuinely do not consider them in any way other than just a friend.
dramatic.
He's like, I'm going through all of my friend list right now.
No, I do have some. No, I actually do have a group of friends where I wouldn't like do anything because we like real cool. Like I look at them like we family.
Yeah.
So I know them, but I do have like friendships where it's either I either friends on them or I got friends on, and it's like that back skeptic between both of us because we all grow to be different people.
Right.
So,
And they still have that, like, okay, if one person's friend zone and the other one still probably has whatever those feelings are there.
yeah, and then once when you okay and accept being the friend zone, then that's when everybody start peeping. It's like, okay, now I want you, and it's like weird, but it's okay. It's what
Yeah.
it is.
What about a partner? Is it okay if your partner has opposite gendered friends? That's my question for you guys.
No.
Wow.
No. If your girl got a male best friend and he is not liking the same gender, run. I'm telling you.
Oh,
See, I disagree.
Unique about that. Oh, actually, Unique commented. She said, I've had a male bestie since 7th grade, and I would never even look at him in that way.
Yep.
You
Same.
may, but not him.
See, and that's so when somebody, this was actually the question that I submitted here. And this is because somebody and I got into a Facebook back and forth about that. And they said, I guarantee you, even if he said, I don't care what anybody says, but like, if there is a male and female situation, if you ask that guy, would you ever cross that boundary if she let you? The answer would be yes. And I was like, I don't think so. But you think so. What about you? Are you cool with opposite gendered friends of your partner?
I am. To me, it's all about vibes. So if you bring a person around me and I feel like I'm picking up on some other, tension, then it's gonna be like, nah, I'm not cool with you, being friends with that person. But if you bring somebody around me and that's really genuine and I, get that vibe, I'm all for it. So
I think you said the key word right there. Bring that person around me.
Yes.
Like, let me meet that person. Let me see
Right.
that person.
Don't
Let me know.
always be trying to meet up with this person without, your
Introducing them
significant
to
other.
your partner. Yeah.
Yes, that's a big key.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, first, Greg said when you're mature enough, then you can have a platonic relationship.
It would take a lot of work.
Yes.
Definitely.
Now,
Yeah.
what are you asking? I'm sorry.
Just going down the line. I'm just curious what about a partner having that?
I mean, to me personally, I wouldn't care. I just feel like Shay said, like introduced him to me, and like we have to hang out sometimes.
And let me feel that vibe.
Yeah, let me feel that vibe. You're saying it can't be a constant like, well, I'm about to go link up with such and such and such. Who is such and such? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I need
And
to
no new friends. Like if we already in a relationship, can't nobody else be your friend, past me, because why are you feeling the need to go, befriend someone else when you have, your former friends and also your significant other? At that point, I just feel like it's just extra and your intentions aren't genuine.
See, I'm a little bit opposite of that. I feel like, I would need to know the context of how this friend came to be. Did you get a new job? Like, are you, because sometimes when you work at a job, like you might meet some new people. But again, if there are new friends, I want to meet them. I want to know who they are. I want to feel their vibe. I want to catch that vibe. So let me ask you this question. If that's the case, what if they've already hooked up or you've already been in a relationship? Like, you made me think about this. Can you go back to being just friends?
Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
No, that don't work.
Because if I done fucked you, I'm always going to think about fucking you.
Yes.
Silly.
Yes, that's always going to be. You can't get that out my brain. It's embedded in my brain.
And at some point, you gotta have to ask yourself, is this a risk we want to take? Like,
Yeah.
how much do we value this friendship? Like, I've actually been through that situation where I had a really good best friend and we decided to take it to that level. We dated all of 2 months and we're no longer friends.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I valued the friendship more than I did the relationship.
See, I'm actually different. Like I'm actually friends with every one of my exes. And it doesn't, and there is zero thought about anything. And I think that probably
Maybe not for you, but
well, and I don't think for them either. I think what it is too is I think when you go back and I think part of that is just like when we talked about like the jealousy thing. Like I don't get jealous. I'm not insecure. That's not my thing. But I do think you have to do it in a way that like is again very secure.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't always work that way.
Actually, not listening to you. I am cool with some of my exes. You know, a lot of my exes probably don't like me because what I did, but it's what it is.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, I feel like I have a cool relationship.
Would you circle back?
I was just about to ask
Would
that
I
question.
circle back?
I mean, and I don't want you to put anybody on blast right now. Like, I don't want anybody out there like.
If the opportunity came, would you circle
back to any of them? Don't say names. I feel like.
Oh, trust me, I would never.
He's like, I'm trying to get in trouble.
2 of them.
Okay, out of what's my percentage here?
Oh, you asking?
I'm not gonna say no.
So, but you would not circle back.
You just don't do that.
But you would not
No.
circle back to some of them.
No, for sure.
So there's some of them you would, some of them you
Yeah,
wouldn't.
like I'm cool with some of my exes. We don't talk, or we may speak if we see each other, or maybe every so often if a post come up or something. But I absolutely would not double back on anybody.
I feel like that would be hard for me because if that shit was really good, it's like
You're still thinking about it from when it happened. You told us that. That shit that lives.
Because,
If you have
listen.
ever had sex with Big T, it's in his mind forever. He
listen,
said.
if it's good.
If it's good.
If it's good.
Well, it's
because
probably in your mind if it's bad too. It's just not in a good way.
It's like don't do no, yeah. But if it's good and we link up at Lenny's, shout out to Lenny's.
Oh my God, I cannot with you.
You feel me? 2 of them drinks, and you feel me?
Those
yes, you heard
one of those blue motherfuckers or whatever you
feel
like to
me?
drink.
You heard what Miguel said. How many drinks would it take you to leave with me? Okay, that's me.
That's actually a solid question that goes to this topic.
Yeah.
All right, I saw we had a bunch of comments. What we got going on
Yes.
here?
So Greg said you can still be friends. Unique said no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
See, this is why this is one of those topics, man. Like, I don't know.
We can be cool, we can be cordial, but it's like
We're not like
I'm not gonna call you when I'm having relationship problems, because then that opens up a whole nother
For
can
you
of
to be
worms.
all in my business.
Yeah,
And then
or think that's your opportunity to slide in and you about to get back up in it. No.
and
If your game is right, you could.
Or in some situation, they can be like, well, he ain't shit. I tried to tell you know what I'm saying? You just trying to downplay him so you can slide back in.
Exactly.
I don't think it's always about sliding back in or fucking though. I do think you can just have a
Girl,
genuine.
it's 2023. Everybody trying to fuck.
How do y'all feel about friends, judging y'all relationships? So like you tell your homegirl, your homie something, and then they like, man,
I feel like
I have
if
a-
you're
oh, go
a
ahead.
friend, you're not gonna judge. You're gonna be that support,
Mhm.
Emotional support that I need. That person I could talk to. But as far as judging, at the end of the day, we are adults, and I'm gonna make my decision whether you like it or not. So if you're really my friend, you won't judge.
I actually have, I think, some solid advice that I've always, when I teach kids about dating and relationships, I think sometimes your friends are on the and family, if you're close to them, if not, but people that you're close to are on the outside of your situation. And sometimes when you're in the situation, your brain is so clouded because of what you got going on. If it's a pattern, I mean, I'm not talking about that one. I'm not talking about that jealous friend, the friend that's trying to slide in your I'm just saying that one friend that is genuine. If they look at you and say, hey, like, what is going on? Listen to them, because they're not clouded by all those hormones and all those things that you can't see. They're on the outside looking in. And if it's a pattern, I think that then you need to start really listening to them, because if it's the family and the friends and this friend, and they're like, why are you with him? Oh my God, I can't believe you're back together with them. They're seeing something that you can't see because you're clouded by what the situation that you're in. That's kind of where I look at that.
Love is blind.
But I don't like judgmental things either. I'm not talking about judgy. I think judgy, if your friend is being judgmental, they're not your friend.
Yeah. I feel like if you ask me for my advice, I'm gonna give it to you. But one of my things that I try to do, I'm gonna talk about it once and we're done.
Yep.
Like I'm not about to preach about it and keep talking about it and talking about it. And one of my things I've actually been doing lately within my boundaries is once we've had this discussion once, I don't want to talk about it again. Like we're not about to link up every time. It's
Right.
like, well, let me tell you about this and that. I don't want to hear
You're
it.
like, we already talked about this. I already told you how I feel. The only time that I will disagree with that, I agree with everything except if I think somebody that I care about is genuinely at risk or in
Oh yeah,
danger.
absolutely. Like
and then I'm
domestic
going to tell
violence
you
or
every
something,
time. Like I need you to. I'm here. I want to help you. But aside from that, no.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on. We got more questions. Had to get my little Gatorade drink real quick. Question number 5. Is it disrespectful to your partner if you are out and about and someone compliments your partner on their looks or offers them a drink? And if your partner accepts it, is it disrespectful?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Get over your insecurities.
Yes.
I feel like if you accept a drink from somebody across the bar of an opposite sex, is disrespectful.
See, now let me tell you this.
But who you-
Only because me being a bartender, I know what the intentions are behind it. Unless they know you.
Yeah.
So if it's like,
Yeah.
you know, if you with your significant other, I'm like, hey Shay, let me buy you a drink. That's cool. But just random Joe Schmo across the bar who been Googling on you the whole night and want to
no.
send you a drink and you take that drink, that's disrespectful to me.
See, I look at it like, listen,
Unless you slide it to me.
Jane Schmo from across the bar, Google all you want, buy him a drink because you just saved me some money. And guess what? I know he's coming home with me.
Exactly.
That's all it is. So you know what? You want to spend your money? I will hustle the hell out of you for my man. You want to buy my man a drink? Buy him drinks all night.
Because now I'm wondering why Joe Schmo buying you a drink. Have you been in the DMs? Y'all been talking? Like what have y'all been doing?
I've actually been through that situation too. So.
Like how you know him? Why he want to buy you a drink? You know what I'm saying? Like why of all the people in the bar did he decide to buy you a drink?
You know, I actually had I think this is a really nice and respectful way to approach this. So I was with my man and we're out doing our thing. And I was talking to someone. Somebody's like, oh, you're married. I was like, yeah. Okay, where's your man? He's in there. Let me buy you both a drink.
Yes.
That I thought was really
the
respectful.
That's the respectful.
Let me buy you both a drink. And I, and initially, when I walked in with a drink, we were a little upset until I was like, we both got a drink. Listen, that's free money. Like I'm gonna pay for it later.
Yeah, I had a guy say, oh, I was gonna buy your drinks, but I ain't buying your man with you. Okay, oh well, don't buy me a drink.
Yeah,
I don't
fine.
need
My
it.
man's gonna buy me a drink, or I'll buy my own drink.
Yes.
Yeah. Greg said if you're both comfortable in the relationship and mature enough and no boundaries, and there's less money I have to spend.
Thank you, Greg. Yes,
it is less money.
Please.
Yeah.
What do you think? You think same?
Yeah, if my girl bad, it's gonna happen. Like I honestly look at it like, that's a compliment to yourself.
Yeah.
That you have a bad
There
girl.
you go.
That's your girl.
There you go.
We have Nika Gary who commented. She said, when I was single, yes. Once I settled down, it's a big no.
Is that for the drink? Is that where we okay?
Yes. Thank you, Nika.
Big no for you, like you getting a drink bought, or for your partner
She
getting a
said
drink?
like when she was single, the person buying her a drink, she would take it. But now that she's married, like it's a big no.
Yeah.
Like she's not going to accept it.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Yeah, I love that y'all
Thank
tapping
you.
in with
Yes.
us today too. I love this.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Question number 6. What is something that men or women think that men or women really care about in terms of looks, personality, lifestyle, and etc., and they really don't?
So let's start. Can we break it down? Let's start.
Yes.
So we'll talk. You said so. What's something that you want to go first, Shay? So what's something that men think that women care about, but we really just don't care about that?
For me, I would say money because
Yep.
it's all about how you treat me, how supportive you are. If you're there when I need you, your money don't move me. I make my own.
I would agree with that too. Like, money, I think a lot of guys feel a lot of pressure because there is that pressure to be a provider. But when it comes down to it, and there are women out, don't get me wrong. I think there are women out there that are like, I want my man to have money and buy me this and buy me that. But for me, you're right. I don't need you to have a lot of money.
Well, I mean, that's all, good to have. It's more of an asset than it is a necessity.
Right.
Because like I said, if you can have all the money in the world, but if you're not treating me right, then what's the point of me, wasting my time here?
Yeah.
Right.
You're only breaking me down.
Yeah. I think hair is another one.
I was just
I think for guys, like I think that guys really care about like that if women care about their hair looking one way or the other, if I'm going bald, like the amount of men that try to hide, I can't. So like the hair pieces and like
just let it go.
But here's the thing. I think bald is sexy.
It's
Yes,
true.
Like,
it is.
I have yet to see many men that don't look sexy if you just go bald.
Yeah.
Now, when you're trying to do the whole like hair piece or swoop
like
or
the Donald Trump.
little fluffy things on the side of your ears, like then it starts to become a little
Yeah.
hairline. You're trying to protect that hairline that just keeps going back. Just shave it because bald is sexy. And I'm even if you want to overcompensate by growing
So
out
is the
here.
grays. Like, oh my god, I live for a salt and pepper.
See, I'm not. I mean, like,
I finally I've embraced my grays
Yeah.
for the last few years because I'm just like I've never tried to diet, but I try to keep it low.
Yeah.
And I was just like, fuck it, like it's gonna keep coming back. So
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
what's the fucking
I've
point?
never ever colored my hair.
Bald is sexy. Thank you. Who is that?
Shania said, "Bald is sexy."
It is. So I think hair is another one. I think money's one. Is there anything else we can think of that women for? Hold on,
Makeup.
we'll get to. I want to see if there's anything for men yet, or that we have more for men. Do we have any more?
Well,
Before we
no,
go on to the
let's hear
women.
from the men.
Yeah.
Okay.
We gave ours, so let's hear theirs.
Makeup, money. I don't really care about makeup, honestly. I really don't.
Yeah.
Money, if you're gaining weight, losing weight, you still look
Yeah,
good. To me, I don't really
yeah.
care.
I think that's a big one that women
And
think. that guys
hair.
care
Like,
about.
I don't care if you bald, got locks, got braids, you got waves. I don't care. You look good. You look good.
Yeah,
As long as you,
I-
maintaining yourself.
I feel like the biggest one, like you said, is like makeup, like the hair and makeup. There are a lot of dudes who really don't care too much for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Natural is the way to go.
Yeah. So I would say definitely heavy on the makeup. I think now, like in this generation, like the body and stuff, I don't really like. I don't know. Like a lot of my dude friends don't really care too much about. I mean, they care about the ass and shit, but stuff like that. But they ain't like, okay, I don't need
The
you to go
stretch
out.
marks or the
Yeah,
fupa or
fupa,
the.
you understand? Like
you know,
none of that.
Oh,
Like there are some
men
dudes who
love
like
those.
fupas.
Yeah.
But I've never like most of my dude friends, they never been like, yeah, I told my girl to go get a BBL. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So,
Or
you
like,
know,
hey, I liked her, but then I saw her fupa, and then it was like over.
I know a lot of guys are like, no, I want you to BBL is kind of hard. Like, I want something soft.
Something soft and
little.
natural, yeah.
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 Another one I thought about for guys too is your job. Like I think a lot of guys care about like the prestige of their job. I just want you to like do something. Like I think it's better that you're doing something that you're passionate about rather than worrying about the status of the job that you're in.
Mhm.
If you're passionate and happy in what you do, that's sexy. If you're over here like worrying about the status of it and you're not really happy doing it, you're not sexy
And
because
I
you're
gotta
not
hear
happy.
you complain about it.
Yeah, or you're not working at all. Like I'd
Right.
rather you do something than not work or not do something that work to your potential, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know though, because girls don't. Well, I would say, in situations that I've been, I can tell somebody like, nah, I'm really busy, and I am, just with
Yeah.
education and all this and my business. I'm like, no, I'm busy, so you might not hear from me. No, you got to do this and this and this, and if you super busy, you're not ready for a relationship, right? I told you that because I'm busy.
I'm
But-
going to say that this is probably that's an age thing, that's a generation thing. As a 42-year-old woman, I can say that like that to me is probably a lot more sexy than it would be to like a 23 or 24-year-old because I don't require that
I'm
much. attention.
busy too.
Yeah, I'm busy too. I got my own life. I got my own stuff going on.
I got my
I think
own
but I can say because my son's 21, so like I can say like with girls, he's told me the same thing. Like the younger girls, like are in the generation you're in, care a little bit more, I think, about their attention being given to them by their man, and don't understand the value of a man going out and being busy and running a business and doing what he wants to do. Whereas I think the older you get, I think we maybe, I don't know, I understand it. I think I like it. I'm busy. You're busy. We got,
And see, my response to that would be go find something to do.
right.
Like go find
You
something
don't
to
need me
do.
around you all the time.
You don't need me around you all the goddamn time.
I like you more if I'm not.
Yes. How can I miss you if you're always around?
Exactly.
So, all right, question number 7. So this is where this gets spicy.
Uh-oh.
And this came from CNN.
This is first of all, this is not the question he asked. This was him being funny, and I
Yes, but
to
we
clarify.
put it. Yes, he gave the topic, but he didn't give the question. We kind of just pieced it together.
Right. So,
So-
we'll ask the one you're going to ask, then we'll ask the follow up one, which is the
Yes.
one he really asked.
So, women, would you try anal
No.
if your man asks? And men, how do you feel about women who may not be open to it?
No, no, I don't. You're not sticking it in my ass. That's my answer. Shay?
No, okay. So I've been open to it. I would be open to it if that's something you want to try, but not just for anybody. When you
No.
say my man, like we kind of have to have history. Like honestly, you better be my husband. If you ask
There
me.
better be a lot of history there, and there better be a lot of alcohol and lube involved, but I'm still not doing it. Like, I better be drunk like enough to consent, but not enough to feel or see or hear or be around it.
I actually had someone who was really upset that I would not, try that with them, and I just told them that's, we're not there. You're not my husband.
Why were they so upset though?
You gotta get it together.
You're right. They do need to get it together.
They felt entitled. How about that? Entitled.
To your asshole?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if somebody that you are not together, that close to, married, or whatever in a series that is entitled to your asshole, they need to be entitled to that door because that asshole is precious.
Yeah, I was actually told, my feelings behind what I wanted to save it for didn't matter. And it's just like, yeah. All right.
See, that's just disrespectful to your feelings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck that person.
And my thing is, if that person doesn't feel safe doing it, why are you upset?
Right. Or pressure.
Why are you
That's what
pressuring?
I will never understand is why men pressure women to do anal or anything.
Or just anything in general.
But do because no means no. And if I say no once,
if I'm not
there's
comfortable
no
with it,
discussion. No, it's no.
Yeah.
My new answer is if you let me shove a toy there and you like it, then sure, I'll try it.
Wow. And if they say yes,
and I'm going to tell you right now that there's a large majority of men that would not let anything get shoved up there because they wouldn't like it because it would hurt, it would be uncomfortable or whatever. And so, no, you're not touching my ass.
All right.
Can we go ask the real question that he asked though? Do you have it on there?
He just said anal.
No, that's not the real question he asked was, would you, what, how do you feel about having sex on the first date? That was the real question.
That's down there. That
okay, we'll get there.
So he wrote in the comment anal and then put LOL and then he backed it up.
But let's actually talk about what really happened was I read that when I was busy
Yes.
and I was like, oh my God, that's such a great question.
Yes.
And then I was, because I read the real question.
Yes.
And then he texted me, he goes, he said anal, right? And I was like, oh, I didn't see that part. So yeah, no, I wasn't.
All right. Well, that's later on, but we got
We'll get there. Go ahead.
So personally, if you're not comfortable with doing it, I wouldn't get upset.
Right.
I've never been in the business to pressure somebody to do something they don't want to do because then you just look like a predator. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You just look like, yeah, that's not cool.
Why do guys want anal so bad? That's what I want to know. They're like, I don't know. Well, it's just because it's almost, and I think it's just more of like the unknown or like because I can't, and that just really disturbs me.
Yeah.
I just think exploring too much is just too much.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta just draw the line.
Hey, I don't know. I might be out of line when I say this, but I feel like if you want to fuck a girl in the ass that bad, you want to fuck a dude too.
It's the underline.
Weird.
It's the borderline.
It's weird.
Yeah. I mean,
Do you have any comments on this one?
We do not have to.
Nobody wants to talk about
Not
anal
yet.
in the
How do
comments.
y'all feel about Suki talking about she like eating his asses?
I say to each his own.
No, you know what? Yeah.
You
So,
said it right.
so I have a question. Have y'all tried it? with
Listen, we're
y'all?
not going to talk about the things I've done sexually, but I will tell you this much. If I was going to put my mouth in somebody's asshole, it better be after you've gotten out of the shower, maybe even a hot tub, then a shower. I've inspected the fact that you have scrubbed the shit out of that. Actually, literally the shit out of
Great
it
choice of words.
before I'm putting my mouth anywhere on your asshole.
Well,
Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of nerve endings.
Well, we've already had this discussion about licking the gooch, remember?
But yeah.
You're not.
So
Different. It's
The gooch
I mean,
is not quite the
it's
asshole.
not the
There's
asshole,
enough
yeah.
asshole juice there that was kind of similar, but
God.
I mean, it's all
No.
connected. You said what?
Don't do that.
Don't eat
You
ass.
might get hit in by accident.
What about guys? Like, is it okay for a guy to eat girl's ass?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Me personally,
You ate some ass before?
That's what he was getting at. He was just gonna say it in a nicer way.
no, this is
Let him
having
finish.
Everybody in my hot seats.
Let him finish.
Welcome to Mud Talk.
Yeah, you didn't tell him
No.
about this, did you?
No, honestly, have I tried it? Yes, but it was by accident.
Did you get punched in the face?
No, if anything,
She was like, do it
was
more.
a different sensation. She was like, wait a minute.
Because there are a lot of nerve endings in your asshole.
Yes.
But a girl tried, and I was like, I wish you would. I'll punch you in the damn eye.
So that's not for you.
She lifted her head up. Yes, she did.
But you know what? I think it all comes down to we all have things that we enjoy sexually
Absolutely.
that other people don't. It just comes down to like the comfort level. And if you're comfortable and your partner's comfortable, do it. If one of you is not comfortable, have a conversation and then end it. Don't pressure anybody. Some people want to eat ass, some people don't.
Greg said Devin by accident.
Yes, because the lights was turned off, and I don't know.
She say wrong hole, fool.
She didn't say
Wrong hole, fool.
She didn't say nothing at all. That's how I know.
You're like, oh, this isn't feeling right. This is feeling a little odd.
I knew there was something going on.
Punched her right in the forehead, huh?
Yep.
I didn't know your thighs was this thick.
All right, next question.
All
Moving on.
right, y'all. Question number 8. Is it always a man's job to pick up the check on the first date, or should you split the bill?
Ooh.
It depends on who asked who.
I was just thinking.
And then two, it's more like if you're expecting something at the end of the night, I can pay for my own food. So
Already sticking to it. The lights were off and I didn't know. Love it. I agree. Actually, that is the actual rules of what is it? Chivalry. Is that whoever asked for the date should pay for the first date? You know, I always told my son, when he was about 10 years old, I realized I needed to give him some like gentleman tips. And you know, one of my gentleman tips is that you always make sure that you pay for a girl on the first date. I don't care who asked. And actually that got him in trouble in high school. He texted me, he's like, Mom, tell her that you told me that I have to pay for her first date because her mom told her, no, you pick up that check. You don't need a man to pick up that check. I said, just split it. You guys just split it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think I am one. I feel like I would be more likely to either want to pay or whoever asked. But I'm never going to show up to a date without money.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't do that.
That's for sure.
Yeah. I feel like, I mean, I agree. I feel like whoever, you know, shot the first shot, you know what I'm saying, they should pay. But I feel like, you know, being old school, you know what I'm saying, if you want to impress her and really be like, wow, like he really took the time out, you know what I'm saying, to impress me and whatnot, go ahead and, you know, pay that bill.
Yeah.
And then once we get cool, then maybe we can, you know, split or whatever case may be. Me personally, I would pay on the first date.
It's definitely something you should discuss, you know, beforehand.
I don't, you know, yes and no. I mean, I think a first date could be a little awkward too, right? Like, you know, I just always say, make sure you have your own money.
Yes.
And, you know, it's polite, just offer to pay for yourself. And then I think if the person that asks offers to pay, let them, you know, or if we're having like a real, like old school, old fashioned, like, okay, sure. If the guy wants to pay, let him pay. That's fine.
I would say as a woman, for y'all, the trick will be let him see what he gonna say when that bill come. If they say one check or two, if he say two, throw the deuces up.
So is that like a thing though? Because I do feel like if a girl pays ahead of time, I feel like it starts to become more of an expectation from a guy for them to always pay. Is that a thing?
I pay on the first date regardless.
Okay. Yeah.
But I usually take girls to free places.
Oh, Lord. What are you paying for? A real gentleman? Yes. Yes, I agree.
So you taking the free places like what?
All right. So really me, myself personally.
Costco. For examples.
You know what? The mall, you know, I took girls to the mall. We just window shopping. We actually had a good conversation.
Yeah.
Like I remember her store, you know, what she said she wanted, the art museum. You know, I like classy girls. So I like taking girls to the art museum. Fellas, if you ever go to the art museum, you know, park by the church.
So you're gonna pay that parking.
Yeah. He's like, I will give you all you should have your own little economical dating segment
or
here.
go to the park. People don't understand. Like
I love a picnic
you
in
gotta
the park. I swear.
Picnic in the park.
I don't even need food.
Have you
Just
ever tried
walk
to play
in
in
with
the
some nice
playground?
weather. Yeah.
What?
Have you ever tried to like play in the playground? Like y'all
Yeah.
was like nobody was there. It's just y'all just playing around.
Tapping into y'all inner children. Like, yeah.
I like going down by the water.
Yes.
Like
I
down by
love
the
water.
And not necessarily the docks, but like down by ProMedica Park. You know,
Anything.
down there, yeah. Because they always like down there, they show like movies and everything. And for those who are listening who don't know, ProMedica Park is part of our downtown area.
Yeah.
here
So there's
too.
like a river, and so there's like it's
Yeah.
right in front of the river.
Like a riverfront.
You know, I feel like when you look at dates too, like when you can do things for cheaper, you can do things for free. But I think no matter what you do, it is about the conversation. And I think that, you know, to have, because people that say, oh, we went to first date, we went to the movies. Well, what did you do? Just sit there in the dark and stare at the screen? Like, because you want to get to know that person.
Right.
Now, can I ask you a question? I literally was watching this and it said, and buy them flowers. Is that referring to eating ass or the first date?
It was the first
Okay,
day.
because all I saw was and buy them flowers.
It said
So I was
bring
like,
flowers.
oh, bring flowers. Okay, first date. Who said that?
That was Greg.
Yes, Greg.
Yes, Greg. We love it, Greg.
Greg, send me some flowers. I'm just kidding. Don't.
I told a girl she had to go home because she was on her phone the whole date. So I said, you know, I'm finna drop you off.
Thank you for that. Because if you are on a date, put your phone down.
I respect that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Put your phone down.
Put your fucking phone down.
Like you don't like that just shows that you are not interested whatsoever, or it at least gives that impression, even if you are interested.
Absolutely.
Unless you're gonna take a cute selfie of the first date. I'm okay with that.
All right. Question number 9.
Wait, did somebody else say something up there? I'm sorry. There was one more comment that I didn't see. It was after the flowers one.
Oh, it was unique. She said a real gentleman won't allow you to pay, but definitely have your own money.
Gotcha.
Yes. Question number 9. How many days is it appropriate to have sex?
We're talking about dates or
by your own discretion, whenever you feel comfortable.
Hey.
If that person is doing everything that meets your checklist, and if they're being who you want them to be, and you feel comfortable enough to give yourself to them, then by all means, get it, girl.
Listen. Keep them legs up.
Oh, you're all about the legs being up there too.
Well, you know.
So is this like that first date question though? Is it okay to have sex on the first date? Is that where this comes from?
I mean, it just said how many dates is it appropriate. I feel like we all grown. So if we want to fuck on the first day, we gonna fuck on the first date. I feel like if that connection is so strong, we do that. I don't feel like it's gonna change the relationship.
Right.
It's only gonna open me up to your character, because if we do on the first date and I don't hear from you again, thank you for saving me my time.
Yes.
Whenever you're ready.
Yes,
okay, I agree.
Whenever you're ready.
Well, you know what? So when you think about having sex on the first date, you could. Do you feel like you could also do that just with the first date in general, like without having sex, like just if they call you, if they don't call you? I don't know.
Like,
does it make you a hoe if you have sex on the first date?
Nah, we grown.
Not at all. We adults.
But you know what? As long as you follow the 3 L's.
Right. It was a constant
Talk about the attention.
choice, like so.
And wrap it up.
To do that,
Oh, absolutely.
definitely.
Safe
Please
sex
wrap
is
it
the
up.
best sex.
Yes.
Yes.
What? Okay, we talk about that a lot. We like people to have safe sex.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like we're grown. If we feel like having sex, and if nothing comes out of it, I mean, hey, something come out of it. But that's all I gotta say.
So, what's the longest you guys have ever dated somebody without having sex? Like, what's the longest you've waited to have sex? You can plead the fifth. That's gonna lead me to our next game, the plead the fifth game. But
no, I'm just the longest.
I married my first date. Fuck.
Oh,
good for you.
Okay, then, Nika.
Yes.
Yes. We love that.
That connection was there.
She got the 2C. She's serious.
With the emoji. Unique said, "No, you grown. It's your life. Do whatever makes you happy.
Yep.
Just be safe." Oh, Greg said 3 months.
He said 3. That was the longest he's waited before he had sex.
Yes.
All right.
That's the long.
rule.
That's the long
Still
time.
like prominent to today.
Is that what's a 90-day rule?
Okay, so I learned this from Think Like a Man, right? So I was watching it, and the 90-day rule is they got to go on a bunch of dates, and then by like that 90th,
the 5th day,
yeah, like the 5th day, which is
or
like
the 90th, yes,
yeah, it's like that's when it's right or whatever.
That's
But
like that date or beyond, or does it have to
or
be
if
that
they
day?
tell you they love you. I don't know.
Okay, but you know what? That's a whole nother topic, because how
Yeah.
often do people say I love you way sooner than they should?
have you
Men
ever
says
said I
it
love you?
sooner than
Ain't
women.
Think Like him. Ain't that the Steve Harvey movie?
Yeah.
Steve, ain't him and his wife going through some shit right now?
Yeah,
He
get in
married his side piece. So
It's not a side piece. If you marry them, people, they're
yes, it
no
is.
longer a side. They made them your main.
Oh, but she was a mistress.
Okay, well then that makes
I
sense.
think the longest I waited was like 6 months.
I was about to say, I think mine was like 6 or 8 months.
A year.
Good for you.
Wow.
No.
You're lying.
No, it was a year.
How
Yeah,
was
high
it?
It
school.
was trash when you got it.
Man, when you're in high school, everybody telling their stories. You like, man, I wish. And then, it is what it is.
How was it though after that year?
Went off after the year that I got it, or after the year.
So you waited a year, then you got it.
No, I didn't even get it. So what happened was I waited a year.
So really, you're still waiting. Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I waited a year. To the shawty that I am talking about. I'm letting you know this if you see this podcast. Quit playing with me.
Oh.
He wants
Because-
it.
Oh.
Not even that. Just quit playing with me. Just let you know that. But yes, I
We can
waited a
clip
whole
this for you, and you
year.
can share it with
we
her
can
if you
send it
want.
to you.
I waited a whole year just for her to say no. So I ended up doing what any other man would do. Hit her best friend up.
Wow.
Wow. Is that also in Think Like a Man
Wow.
rules, or is that
No, that's
bro
just in my
code?
rules.
If she makes you wait a year and then won't
You
give
was
it
on
up,
some
you hit her
Future
friend.
shit, huh?
I was yes, I was in high school. I had to be grown.
Wow.
She find out you hit her friend? Well, she does now. We'll clip all this. Sorry about that.
She don't know.
Okay.
She gonna know now.
How was her friend? Was her friend as good as
Was
you
her
expected her to
friend
be?
good? Honestly, for my first time,
That was your first time you had sex?
no. See,
Oh my lord! I thought you said I lost my virginity to the girl's best friend that I wanted to hit for a year.
no. I lost my virginity at a party.
Okay, me too. No, it wasn't. It was in the church.
You know, it's so
Praise the
crazy.
Lord.
It's a lot of freaky people at church.
Oh, I didn't.
Like it's some
Yes.
girls that told me
The
"Hey, let's
PK
go to
kids
the
are
basement."
the freakiest.
All my
What
life.
is a PK kid?
Preachers
Preacher's kid.
Yes,
well-
I've had a couple friends. Well, I'm a preacher's kid. I'm not that bad. Wait a minute.
You a preacher's kid?
Shay,
And you
Renee.
said nah.
You somebody-
This explains
somebody
everything.
anal?
Yeah.
This literally just explains everything.
See, that was different.
This whole thing just
That was before she met guys.
everything I know about you just
That was
came full
before I
circle.
was a preacher.
She is a pre-K. Got it.
Yes, them PKs, and you know who
Yes, I've heard the stories growing
the
up.
PKs, and you know who are the biggest hoes in church? The drummers.
Yeah.
The drummers are
Really?
hoes. Yes, they be beating their drumsticks on everybody's drum.
Oh,
Well,
No, I say it's the ushers.
Oh, huh?
Yeah.
I was gonna say the deacon.
Oh, God.
Oh
Okay.
no.
All right.
I'm going back to the preacher's kids. I feel like they might be the freakiest.
Don't
They're
let
also the
Uncle
naughtiest
get you.
too. Like they just make bad choices all
We're not
over.
even gonna talk about these preachers, but okay.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Moving on.
All right. Next question. All right. Question number 10. Does somebody's body count matter? And should you tell any sexual partner? Oh, and before we move on, Miss Talia Lucas said, "Ooh, yes, the drummers."
Uh-oh. Tally.
She must have had a
agree.
drummer.
Yeah, she
Yep.
agreeing. She said
There
the
was
drummers.
as an ooh.
Ooh,
There's
with
like
three.
ooh and two S's
Yeah,
on that.
the
Yes.
drummers.
And exclamation point.
Listen, I told you,
Watch
they
out for those drummers.
beating on everybody's drum with their
Beating
drumstick.
everybody's drum. I don't know.
But yes, does somebody's body count matter? And should you tell any sexual partner?
So if you're with I guess it's asking if you're with somebody, like, does their body count matter?
Yeah. And should you tell them?
Can I answer this?
Yes,
ahead.
please.
All right, I'm gonna start first because never ever. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. If she tell you her number and it's more than a number you think, you're gonna be so mad. Not at yourself, but at her. And then yourself for asking. Because to me personally, don't tell me your body count. Just tell me if you ever been involved with STD or not. That's all I care about.
Ever though, because some STDs can get cured. Like, I mean, I've never had chlamydia, but if I got chlamydia, I can take some medicine. If I had chlamydia at 24 and I'm 40, does that matter?
Well, no, but I mean,
You're saying like if you have it.
yeah, like
I'm just hoping you're
like-
not doing the things at
Yeah.
40 that you was on the 24 to get chlamydia.
I agree. Yes, I totally agree. Like what happened before me was before me. Don't
Yes.
ask me yours. Don't ask me mine, and I won't ask you yours. And if it's just all about the being safe, and if you have anything, please let me know.
Absolutely.
Body count doesn't matter to me, but I'm like, I just want to fucking know.
No, I don't want to know.
I want to know.
Body
I'm not
count.
that curious.
Body count don't matter to me. I just feel like hell, you more seasoned. So let's go.
Facts.
Yeah.
Let's go. Like, cause now I ain't gotta sit here and explain shit to you. I ain't gotta guide you.
Yeah.
It's like,
And I ain't
boom.
wasting my time.
You feel me?
So do you think you should get
We get
tested
right to
though
it.
before? So if we don't care about
Yes,
body count,
Oh,
definitely.
absolutely.
you should always get
Absolutely.
tested before every partner,
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
and then share that.
Yes.
See,
Yeah, long lasting STD. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's actually against the law to like not tell future sexual partners if you do have like an call them the HSTDs, the ones that don't go away. They're their friends for life.
Yes.
So
Yes. I need to see your my chart before we do anything.
I
That's all I gotta say.
don't think you're gonna see my chart, but you
No,
can
but I
see
need to see that part
chart.
of my chart.
Yeah.
All right. Last question. How many times a week should you have sex in a relationship?
I think it really just is going to depend on what you and your partner need. And I think that can actually cause a lot of issues in relationships because sometimes one partner versus the other is way more sexual or has higher sexual needs than the other. I think it varies based on the stage of life you're in. I mean, I know that there's times like after I had my babies, like maybe I'm busy raising babies and parenting, and maybe my sex drive's not as big as it is when I'm not doing that. Or, I think if you are you and your partner are satisfied with the amount of sex that you're having, then you're having the right amount of sex.
Yes.
And some people that can be every day. Some people, I've heard some people are doing it 5 times a day, 5 times a week. Sometimes it's once a month. It's once every, couple months. As long as it's enough to satisfy both partners and you agree. And I think that you need to give your partners grace based on seasons of life. It's not just about having babies. If your partner had a tragedy or an experience like a loss or a death or something that they're grieving or stress at work, their sex drive might not be as high because guess what? I'm trying to figure out my stress at work. I'm not worrying about having sex. With that being said, though, I think it's really important to make sure that you and your partner are on the same page when it comes to how often that is.
Yes.
Even if that means sometimes, you have to compromise, schedule it, whatever it might look.
I say at minimum 21 times a week.
21 times a week, 3 times a day.
Sure. Yes.
I'm sorry. I was
Breakfast, lunch,
laughing.
and
I was
dinner.
laughing because my baby mama's watching. And she said, shaking my head at my son and baby daddy. But she commented and she said, every day.
Okay.
I feel like it's to each his own.
Times a day.
In your relationship.
To be honest,
Who can play that game?
it has to be.
I just feel like it depends on your relationship. Me personally in a relationship, at least 3. Every day it's excessive. We got shit to do.
Yeah.
We're like when we were in your 20s. So not saying you
Man,
ain't
when
got
I was
shit
in
to
my
do.
20s, I could have banged fucking 7 times a day every day and still wanted to bang more. And I did.
But see,
Sometimes.
that's my thing. You're waking up together. Of course, you can have that morning, and then you're going to bed together. So
Absolutely.
at least 2 times a day.
That's
that
assuming
third
that
one,
you're waking up and going to bed together. It depends on the lifestyle that you're living.
It definitely
If your
depends on
schedules
the
are
work
sync,
schedule
yeah.
and all of that. Yes.
Yeah.
The schedules are in sync. I need every moment, even if I got to pull up to your job.
And for me, it's physical touch is my top tier
Me too.
love language. So I need that physical touch.
I mean, I need physical touch, but it's like, damn, if my day started at 6:30 in the morning, I'm not getting home to 8.
Oh yeah,
We ain't doing that shit. You better come over, get these cuddles, smooching, and have a good
But
night.
you know what? I am a physical touch
But
person
on the
too.
weekend,
Right.
we ride that thing like a rodeo.
But my thing too is like I like physical touch, but I don't necessarily need to have your penis physically touching my vagina all the time. Because physical touch to me is more than that. Like I like to cuddle. I like to, if you're cuddling, we're holding hands, we're doing massages or whatever that looks like. I just know that in my seasons of life, it varies greatly as to how often I want it or don't want it.
So I got some men that had, told me to come on this podcast and say, us in the men community, we need head every day. That is how we enjoy.
Do you need head to
the day.
completion or do you need just a little head to get you warmed up?
No, I need that first bus either on the face, in the mouth.
See, this is how I know you're in your
But
20s.
what have they done to deserve it?
Listen.
Nothing.
Sometimes
You can't expect.
How old
if
are
you're
these
not-
people? Because here's where I'm at. You're in your 20s. See what happens once you get a little older. I'm just going to share with you things in life. If you give a guy head to completion once they get a little older, that's not going in my vagina later. So what's going to happen is I might give you a little head to get you warmed up, but I need that shit inside of me. So if I give you head every day and you're like past a certain age, it's not going to go in my vagina because you've already nutted for the day or for that part of the day. So or the week. It depends on how you work. So yes, I agree that if you can continue to provide what I need for my needs after you have gotten head, then yes, maybe every day is a thing. But if you're going to get your head nut and roll over and be done, then no, thank you, sir.
Because with the women, once we empty the clip, they're like, all right, that's it. Have a good day. See you off to work. So it's
I'm sorry. Who says that?
No, I'm just women. Y'all like
what?
No, I'm saying like if once we bust, y'all pretty much are like, okay, I've accomplished the job. Like, have a good day.
If I haven't busted, you're gonna fucking finish the job.
No, I'm saying, but if we do, like, so he said, so he was saying he need head first thing in the morning, right?
Yeah.
So once we,
he just said every day. He didn't say for when. There was no time frame on that.
Yeah, it
Mike.
was no
just
time
daily head to completion.
Well, what he's saying is, if you do it in the morning and then he going off to work, don't speak for me because I'm gonna see you at lunch.
Oh, so you won't round
if you bust and you can't get it up and you can't please me, you're not getting to.
Well, I
bust.
was saying because I know some women friends I know, like once I give him head, he come like, all right, like it's like don't ask for nothing else when you come back home.
And that's fine.
He just said once a day. See, I'm just as long as I'm getting some too.
You're saying you don't even need sex, you just need
They just need to bust.
Really,
well,
honestly,
intercourse.
Honestly, yes. I don't really need
being specific.
Sometimes I don't feel like it. Sometimes we just
Because you're still getting an orgasm.
Yeah.
But what have I gotten out of this? This is what I need to know.
Well, maybe he can return.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love giving head. I love that. I'll give head all day, but I need to get mine too.
So 69.
So give for give.
I can't
That can work.
focus. Here's the thing. I get too distracted. It's one or
Once
the
it
other.
starts feeling good, huh?
Well, I don't know. And honestly, I'm not. I think we've talked. I don't love getting head. I like giving head. So for me, I don't like that's. Don't think that I'm gonna give you head. You're gonna bust, and then you're like, oh, I'll just eat her later. It'll be no, you won't. I need that shit inside of me. So that's not how that's gonna work. Now that everybody knows that,
Why don't you like?
it's just not my thing. Everybody's got their thing. I like penetration. Don't you dare clip that shit.
You don't need to be clipped. It's already there. It's already
I know
there.
how you like to take my little clips and then post those.
No, well, you said last time. We
Says,
can
but
post
wait,
it.
I'm in my 20s and I honestly don't mind humping. What does it say? I can't.
But wait, I'm in my 20s and I honestly don't mind not humping. I'll be working and tired. Just be here. So she's basically saying like I'm in my 20s and she's tired. She don't want to hump every day.
So what about giving head every day? How do you feel about that? We'll wait for you to answer because I'm just curious. Because like, I mean, you're saying that as long as the guy gets head, he doesn't give a fuck if she wants to have sex or not.
About fucking all the time.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about your partner.
Yeah, my partner. Like, well, my. Partner,
What are you gonna do for her?
Yeah, it's a give for give. Like,
Well, what if she doesn't like head?
That's not my girl.
See, so there you go. So to each their own. Yeah.
Well, all right then.
I'm just saying, as the older you get, though, sometimes you got to be careful because there's not much going to happen after that initial nut happens.
Yeah.
For a day or a couple
You
days.
gotta drink watermelon juice, fellas.
That just makes it taste better.
No, that is a Viagra natural remedy. Watermelon juice and ginger.
Or just get the honey pack from the gas station and be all right.
That does not work all the time. If you 45, it's either get the Blue Chew or watermelon juice with ginger.
You know what? I'm going to have you back when you're 45 to this podcast and you tell me about that honey pack.
Can I bring my little ones?
Yes, please.
This is not
Head
a
every
family
day.
show.
That's a lot. I agree. Yeah, we don't like kids here.
Yeah. Talia said head every day. That's
Yeah, it is a lot. Thank you. Okay.
Man can drink.
Could you get head every day? I guess maybe that's I don't know.
I could. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I like head, but I don't need it every day. I'd rather just fuck.
See, I'm with you on that.
Because to
One.
me, like head is like it's like a car starter. You just warming the car up. And then after that, we need to drive. We need to go to where we're going, to our destination.
Right.
Okay.
Now, if you're somebody who like nuts easily, maybe you do need your head to completion so that you can last when you're trying to.
Yeah.
That's more of like a 20s, probably early thing too. I'm not saying you personally, just saying in general.
In general. But yeah, I don't care. I mean, I like it, but after a while, it's like, all right, let's go. Because you just you just licking and licking and licking. Like, come on, let's go. She said, I mean, I won't turn her down, but I'm saying it's definitely not a need.
I got you. There's just a lot of things going on. Yeah.
I mean, and people have to understand that life is lifing right now.
Yeah.
And sometimes like we just need to find other ways to have physical touch.
Yeah.
It's not just all about fucking. So like, I mean, there's different things you can do. There's head, there's hand jobs, there's toys, there's all type of shit.
either way it go for me, sex is like a stress relief. So if I haven't had a long day and like if I come home to more bullshit, I'm just be looking at you like this ain't what I need.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, if you're looking at it in the context of a committed relationship too, like there is something to be said that you should be having sex regularly if it's physically possible, like nobody's sick or anything. That is a part of that. If you're in a long-term committed relationship, marriage, it is an important part of it. And it should be something that you have that is as regular as the partnership agrees on. And if you can't agree, I'm just going to put a plug out, go get some counseling. Because there are a lot of marriages that break up because people can't agree about the amount or the length of sex or whatever it might be. Like you should make sure that you go see somebody.
Yes.
And talk about it.
I felt her comment.
I didn't hear what it said. What it?
She said, "Heard life is so bad. Sometimes I just need your presence."
Absolutely.
Really,
Definitely.
honestly, this is what I need. So if a girl, me, I like to
This is about to be a dating ad for you because you were he got his low voice on. He's like, all right, ladies.
So honestly,
Say it in that sexy voice though, because you might attract somebody. You never know what's happening.
So look.
Go ahead.
So if you fucking with me and you know I like weed and you roll a wood for me in the morning, or or just when I come home. If you come home before me and you roll my wood and I have like some snacks, oh yeah. Just know you.
So she rolls your wood, she gives you snacks, and then sucks your wood. Life's good.
Yes, honestly.
Got you.
I'm very simple. Like,
See, wing mom over
know.
here. I got you. I'll find you that girl.
trust me. And DJ, I got you one. From the dude earlier who said he needed a white girl in his life.
No, you don't need me.
Not that one.
Not this one.
Not that
But I
one.
got you one. I'll find you one. I love to wing mom it.
We got some white girls that
I have some.
definitely commented. on the
DJ,
show.
I'm still sorry about you, man. Dr. Umar, we looking at you.
Stop. But listen, so here's what what I hear you saying though is if you're speaking my love language, and for you, that's something that's showing you appreciation. Like if this is what I like to do, and you're doing this for me, it's you taking time out of your day to do something that I know that you know I like, and that's going to make my day
that's what
easier.
a lot of people do not do, and that's why a lot of relationships fail. You have to take the selfishness out of the relationship and do and love on your partner in their love language.
Yes.
So like you said, if that's what he like, a wood, okay, I can have that road. You also like to eat, I'm gonna have dinner done. You know what I'm
Dinner
saying?
done,
Like,
snacks put aside.
Exactly.
And also, don't judge that person for their love language. So don't, if he say he like his wood, like, what you want me to
Right.
do?
Yeah.
If that's what he likes, then that's what he likes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
there
And
are-
vice
yeah,
versa. Like if
yeah.
I like bubble baths, have me a bath ready when I get home.
Right.
Yeah.
Roll my wood. Like,
And it's speaking and knowing that love language isn't necessarily your love language, and that takes effort. Like if it's not, if I'm a physical touch and you're a physical touch, we're good. We're gonna be fucking all day and cuddling all day, and life's good. But if I'm a physical touch and you're an acts of service, you're gonna have to go out of your way to want to provide that for me, and I'm gonna have to go out of my way to provide that for you.
Absolutely.
Do
Absolutely.
y'all tell the people that y'all kicking it with about y'all love languages?
that's definitely part of
You should.
communication.
Part of
That's a
conversation, yes.
conversation you have.
What
to
is it?
have.
Hinge? Hinge is the one where it actually has that. My friend just had gotten divorced, and she was on Hinge, and that was part of like their profile. It was like their picture, the name, and then it said, "What's your love language?"
Hmm.
So that you can actually take it. I don't know if they offer the quiz or you just like put it in there.
Hinge sounds creepy.
I don't know. I'm just saying it was
What
on
if you
there.
meet somebody who's unhinged?
Right.
Listen, sorry, you're asking me. I'm not trying to grab your. You're asking me as if I am on dating websites. I'm
No,
not.
I'm
I
just saying the name Hinge just sounds very.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember looking down. I was like, oh, is that love language out there? Like that's crazy because I think that's important to know.
Absolutely. And I mean, and it solves a lot of problems early on. So if you had that conversation to say, my love language is
Your love language is words of affirmation, isn't it?
no,
And acts of
it's
service?
acts of service. There we go.
Yeah.
Couldn't think of it. It's
We
acts of
talked
service.
about
Yes,
this.
Thank you. Had a
Yeah.
But it's acts of service. So I feel like I need to communicate that so you know exactly what I need.
Right.
in order- Because guess what? Mine is acts of service and yours may be physical touch. You give me some acts of service, I'm about to give you some acts of service and some physical touch. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hopefully, because what a lot of people genuinely tend to do is my love language is physical touch. So I'm going to try to love you in my love language.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to physical touch you when in reality, yours is acts of
And
service.
that's exactly why I said you have to love, someone in their love language.
And it needs to be reciprocated.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
You got to take the selfishness out of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because if you're focused more on giving your partner what your partner needs and they're focused the same way back, it will be the kind of relationship that you want.
Yes, Lexi, I forgot my love language. Clearly, I ain't been in love in a long time. So I need
Just
to know
do
it.
his fucking laundry for him. That's all he wants.
That's all you need
And
to do.
tell him he's good.
Yep.
Good job.
All right.
Pack his lunch.
Yep. Pack my lunch. Oh, definitely do that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, man.
See, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that. Cuddle
Well,
me,
see,
massage me, and
he's
hang out with
active
me.
service,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so-
But see, are you physical touch?
Physical touch and quality time actually are exact equal.
Girl, let me
Like
tell
I'm
you,
like
you
a
give me some acts of service, I'm gonna give you some physical touch.
Listen,
wow. That was like the sexy thing anybody said to me all day.
You're welcome.
no, but for me though, for quality time, like for me, it's like I'll pack your lunch all day long. Just put your fucking phone down and
Yeah,
like talk to me.
because that's quality time.
Yeah.
to you. Yeah.
But that's really hard for me. I think for me, the hardest one is like when people are like words of affirmation. That's my
Yeah.
hardest. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
That quality time also ties into like conversation with me. Like I
Yeah.
love just talk to me. Like you said, we can talk about anything.
Yeah.
We can talk about why that chair is black and why this one's gray. I don't care. It's a conversation.
I would do a word search with you and be happy as long as your phone's
Yes.
put away.
We can color and then talk about why we colored this way.
And quite
I'd
honestly,
be happy.
talk to me and I'll do the dishes for you. And I'm cool.
Yeah.
I don't want to do the dishes, but I'll do it because I know it's important for you. But if you sit and hang out with me while I do it, done.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you go. You're welcome.
definitely.
Yeah. Unique said the older I get, my love language is all of them.
Okay.
Yeah. So
No, I'm actually sitting here listening to y'all. I'm starting to learn a little bit. So I realized that I used to love people in my love languages. Like, because
Yeah.
my love language is quality time and like physical touch. I'll probably give you a hug. Like, if you're going through a bad day,
Yeah.
oh, what's wrong with you? Like, come here.
Right.
Oh no, get the fuck away from me. Oh,
Yeah.
and then I get to this shell, like, damn.
Because what really maybe if theirs is like acts of service, what they really want you to do is like bring them dinner. And I don't need a
When you're
hug. I
going
just
through a lot, you
or
forget to eat.
or yeah.
So
So,
that's a
bring me
great act
dinner
of
and not because I'm
service.
acts of service, or tell me, hey, I'm proud of how strong you are. That I know you're gonna get through this. The words of affirmation. Gifts is another one.
Because the bottom line
You know,
is make
give me a
my
card.
life easier, and I'm gonna make yours the same.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Yeah.
All
Be
right.
reciprocated.
All right. Well, that was our men versus women battle of sex. That was a dope ass questions, y'all.
Mhm.
And I love the people who commented and tapped in with us.
Yes.
And that
It's
was
a lot more fun when people do comment and tap in.
we love when people comment and tap in and use the hashtag Mud Talk and do all that good shit with us. We appreciate it. So before we end the show, we always have, well, we don't always have, but on the last Friday of the month, we always do what's called Fuck Your Feelings. It is Fuck Your
Friday.
Feelings. Yes.
Where's Red? He's not here to like say
I know
things.
he's not here.
He'd be like, fuck your feelings. Sorry, Red. I don't do it like you
we don't do good with sound effects. But Fuck Your Feelings Friday is the last Friday of the month where we just get shit off our chest and we tell people fuck your feelings.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let our guests. Do you have anybody you want to say fuck your feelings? And we don't name drop. Okay. We just blanket statement.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, all right, I got it.
I got
So
it.
you can say fuck your feelings if you, and then you just fill in those blanks.
So, fuck your feelings. If you tell me to open up and then you throw that shit back in my face.
Woo, woo. Look at our guest dropping.
Yes. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? And also to kind of comment and piggyback on that, fuck the people who do shit for people and then you throw that shit in their face.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that shit because then that means that you didn't do it out the kindness of your
No,
heart.
You didn't.
Or fuck your feelings if I'm gonna confide in you and then you judge me about it.
Or you're gonna use that, like you said, throw it back in your face, or use it to, tell everybody else about it just to put my stuff out there.
Yeah.
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 I got one. So this is actually for my girl Tia. So she actually helped me with my hair today. And so
Looks really good today too.
thank you. Well, she did a really good job.
Yeah.
So hopefully she's listening and watching. So this is for her. Her fuck your feelings. She is actually a Jeep worker. So fuck the people who are out there giving a hard time to our people who are out there in the unions. And they're on strike right now. And it's a big thing around here where we live. The big three, the Jeep, Chrysler,
And Stellantis.
yeah, are striking. And so I'm going to put aside the reasons for striking, but I think just I've heard a lot of people be really critical about the reason why people are striking. And I think what people forget is unions are the reasons why we have weekends. They're the reasons why we have days off, holidays, sick pay, and
FMLA.
FMLA, all the things, health insurance, the fact that we're not making our small children go to work every day and work for child labor. And so I'm not saying that all those things necessarily may have come out of this, but they're doing it for the reason for they stand up for, to have good working conditions, to have a better pay and a fair pay, and whatever the reasons are. Anybody that's judging somebody for wanting to stand up and say, we want to make it a better working situation and make more money and have more finances for those out there. Don't, fuck you if you're doing that and judging people.
Absolutely.
Go out there and support some people that are working for that.
And I don't think people understand just how impactful this strike is to other businesses. You got Jeep workers and Chrysler workers and all those people who, for instance, they send their kids to childcare when they have to go to work, when they need to go ahead and go get lunch and they go to a restaurant, they go to a business and get food. Like, they literally supply a lot of shit for other businesses.
And so when we make a big and in Toledo, if you're not from around here, the auto industry and the auto business around here is big business.
Absolutely.
So when your big businesses are making more money, they're spending more money.
Absolutely. Unique said, yeah, fuck y'all feelings because my husband need his money.
Yes, thank you, Unique. So that's for Unique and my girl Tia. So
yes, absolutely.
My fuck your feelings is fuck those people who are like we started talking about this with the barber situation. And if I'm coming to you to get a service because I'm doing self-care, so whether it be, hair, nails, if I'm sitting at a bar drinking a drink because I need a day off or I need some time, just because that I work with kids, just because that I work in mental health does not mean I want to be your free counselor. That does not mean that I want to be your free educator, advice giver. I'm not saying I mind to do that. I don't mind people venting to me. I think that's great to have people to vent to. There's a big difference between every time I'm with you trying to do my self-care, or I'm trying to have a drink, or I'm trying to just unload after a long week of work and maybe some really heavy stuff. And you're turning around like, so let me ask you about this situation with my child and their mental health. And you're like, dude, stop. If you are in a position where you are with people, whether you're a service provider, a bartender, fuck you if you're trying to sit there and get some free advice or free this or that, or take it one step further. If you know that your friend's a hairstylist or a barber, trying to get them, hey, bring those clippers to that party. Or if they do nails, hey, you about to do my nails when you come over this weekend to hang out? No, they're coming over to hang out, not to do your nails.
Vacation. Oh, can you do my makeup?
Yeah, no.
I'm here to have a good time, just like you.
Yes,
absolutely.
So if you're doing that, fuck you, stop it. I don't think I did that right, but
I hate when I pull up at a party and it's, oh, I want my hair like this. You think you could fit me in? My office hours are 9 to 5.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right now,
and pay your friends. Pay your friends.
Ooh, child.
Do not expect free stuff just because they do things. One of my good friends is a massage therapist. Never have I once went in there and be like, you got me, right?
Like,
I pay her and tip her well.
Yeah.
Because she is a professional massage therapist.
Absolutely. Yes. My fuck your feelings is how can I put this? Sometimes you just don't want to talk. When your job is literally to talk all day,
yes,
from sun up to sundown. When I get to my destination, whether it's home, whether it's out to dinner, or whatever the case may be, if I don't want to talk, I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
So fuck all the people who don't know how to shut the fuck up sometimes. Like period, point blank. And people don't understand that. And me being an educator, my job is to literally talk starting at 7:30 in the morning until 3:30.
And make decisions.
And make decisions.
And listen.
And listen. And hear my name called fucking 5,000 times a day.
Mr. Cleveland, Mr. Cleveland, Mr.
all the
day.
Time.
Like to the point where you block it out even.
So being that I work full time, first of all, let's start with that. That's 40 hours already, right? I run in after.
You're assuming that you stop at the 40 hours too.
Yes, but we're just going to say 40 hours.
Yeah.
Then after that, I run an after school program where we meet 3 times a week. So that's 6 hours. So that's 46 right there. Then I do a fucking podcast where we come and talk for 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
I'm talking for fucking 50 hours a week. So 50 times 2 is 100 hours a week that I'm talking. And you get fucking mad because I don't want to fucking talk to you. Fuck your feelings.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up sometimes. Sometimes COVID should have taught us to shut the fuck up.
And quiet doesn't necessarily mean mad or angry. It just means I just need peace.
I'm trying to decompress.
Leave me with my inner thoughts.
Leave me with my inner thoughts. I haven't had time to make a decision for myself today because I've been having to make decisions for other people.
Yeah.
So fuck all the people who don't know how to shut the fuck up sometimes. Even my barber. I love my barber. Shout out to Vermont. That's my brother-in-law. He knows when I come to the barbershop, he just said, "What up, bro?" I'm like, "What up?" And literally don't say shit.
Yep.
Unless it's like, he'll be like, "Hey, how you feeling? You good?" Or we just have a conversation. But for the most part, he knows, like, cut my hair and shut the fuck up. I don't tell him shut the fuck up, but just be quiet. And I think as adults, we need to understand that it's okay to have quiet time. But I think sometimes people are scared to have that quiet time because it leaves them with their thoughts.
Yeah.
Thoughts they haven't dealt with, unprocessed thoughts, unprocessed trauma. So that's why during COVID, everybody was stressing the fuck out because
you were still stressing the fuck out.
Yeah, but now you have to be in the house by yourself, shutting the fuck up. And it's okay to shut the fuck up sometimes. Like, I don't understand.
We don't even like you.
Listen, goddamn, I be telling my own self to shut the fuck up sometimes.
Yeah.
So, just fuck all the people who know how to shut the fuck up.
All right, then.
I feel better.
I am so glad.
Woo. All right. Shay.
All right. So my fuck your feelings is if you do something to somebody and think you're going to tell them how to feel about it, fuck your feelings.
Yeah.
Period. That's it. Short, sweet.
Short, sweet.
Simple. Because at that point, you saying fuck my feelings, so fuck your feelings.
Absolutely.
Fuck everybody's feelings.
Yeah. Beyond what you got.
Fuck your feelings. If I told my girl she has to stay home with me and you drag her to the club, fuck all your friends.
Oh my goodness.
Not just your feelings, fuck your friends.
Fuck your friends.
And their feelings.
Fuck the club. Fuck the Uber that took you there.
Yes. My other fuck your feeling is I hate when people try to tell me how I feel. So for example, if I say, hey, Miss Amy, you know, I was really sad in that situation. You wasn't sad. How the fuck you gonna tell me how the fuck I was feeling?
Yeah,
Right.
I definitely hate
So now you saying fuck my feeling. No, fuck your feelings.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I tell you that, hey, I was sad in the situation or I was happy, you weren't really happy for real. How the fuck you gonna tell me how I was feeling in my moment?
Right.
And just because the situation don't bother you, don't mean it doesn't hurt,
Exactly.
bother, and offend other people.
Yes. And that's how people create their own narratives. Like, so you know, Big T, like he wasn't even happy for you. How do you know that?
Right.
Like, did I tell you that? If I said I was fucking happy for you, that means I was fucking happy for you.
Yeah.
But that goes back to our conversation of being genuine and people moving and they're not being genuine and we don't
Right.
recognize it. And to be honest, some people are just so used to people not being genuine, they don't know when somebody being
Absolutely.
genuine for real.
I was thinking about that today. Like I tend to be a pretty genuine person. People get really skeptical of that. Like if I tell them I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. People never believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
But
so-
genuine's so hard to come across.
It is.
For
yeah,
sure.
Yeah. But yeah, don't fucking tell me how to feel. If I told you I was fucking happy for you, bitch, I was fucking
I'm
happy
happy.
for you. That's it.
And guess what? If I told you I was happy and I wasn't, I'm happy because I fucking told you I was happy.
Exactly. Like I would tell you if I wasn't fucking happy. I'd
Right.
tell you like, Amy, I was not fucking happy with that shit.
And I'd say fuck you.
Yep. And there you go. And we just move on.
It'd be fine.
Yep.
That's how it works.
Anybody else with any fuck your feelings?
If you think I'm gonna beg, fuck your feelings. If
Listen.
you think I'm gonna chase, fuck your feelings. I don't chase, I attract.
Oh, here he
Yeah,
is.
there you go.
Damn, that was deep right there. Some snaps on that one.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. Fuck all the people who just take people on dates just so you can fuck.
I mean, unless that's your intention, you've talked about it.
I mean, yeah, but there are people who, but there are people who don't discuss that. They just do it.
So fuck all the people that don't discuss it.
Yeah, fuck all of
Or
that.
that don't want to discuss it.
Like, don't date people just to get in their draws.
Or if you want to,
If
make
that's
sure
what,
you
if
know.
that's the intention. But yeah, talk about that because that's weird as fuck and desperate and thirsty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You have something to say.
Fuck your feelings if you just a hypocritical ass person.
yeah.
Do we have any of our anybody that's watching? They
We
want
do.
to fuck some feelings.
Talia said, fuck your feelings if you constantly make the next person feel
Yes.
like they're the problem.
Yeah.
Yay!
Fuck them.
Because guess what? You're the
Speaking
you're
of
the
gems
actual
right now.
problem.
Yes.
If you feel like everybody else is the problem, you're actually the problem.
Sometimes it's okay to look in that mirror.
Yep.
Yes. Lexi actually commented back on what you were saying. She said, every time I see people, they tell me about their child care.
Oh my! Listen, I can't anymore. Yes, and I'm sure some of them are probably like, "What you got that discount on that childcare? I need some cheap childcare. Let me tell you about what my kid did because they wouldn't potty train or this or that. Is this normal?" I know.
Need an extra 30 minutes and
Yeah.
longer than what you
You got me
open.
right. You got me right, Lexi.
Right. Make the
Yeah.
exception for me. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck all the people who don't take accountability for their actions.
I was just what
I feel like all of our FYFs come back to the people that don't take accountability for their actions.
Because accountability amongst adults is at an all-time fucking low. Like
Yes.
some of the stuff that happens to us in life, some of the shit we can't control. Like we can't, I'm not saying you can control the outcome, but if you just control your decision, sometimes you can control the fucking outcome. But guess what? Sometimes
Or
you just-
minimize the impact of the
minimize
outcome.
impact of it. So sometimes
There
you,
we go.
but sometimes you just gotta buck it up and say, you know what, I fucked up. That was me.
Yes.
That
Yes.
was me.
Yes, there is so much value to looking at a situation or somebody else and saying, "I fucked up.
Yeah.
I fucked up."
I cannot stand a but ass person. Like it's always a but. Like just be like, you know what? I fucked it up.
I
It was
fucked
me.
up.
Yeah.
Or try to find the technical into why.
And you know what? If
the
you're somebody
statement
who
doesn't apply.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Say that one more time.
Or try to find the technical and why the statement doesn't apply.
Yeah. Like
Just spare me the details and just admit the wrong.
and just admit that you fucked up and just say that you're gonna do better. But the thing is that accountability helps people grow. But in order to grow, you have to take accountability. And there are some people who just don't want to grow.
Right.
And that's just, I mean, it is what it is. But if you choose not to grow or to be coachable, you're going to be stuck in the same fucking situation
Right.
that you're in.
They don't want to be wrong. They
Right.
want you to validate their decisions.
Right.
Yes.
Well, and I was going to say, and if somebody does say I fucked up, don't be the person that doesn't accept that
Yes.
either. Because like a lot of times people are, oh no, you're not real sorry. You meant what you did. Yeah.
Right.
Looks, if I say I fucked up, I fucked up.
Because I'm not
Exactly.
going to repeat myself.
Right.
Exactly.
And you can't tell me how I feel. So
Exactly.
Either you can take it or leave it. Either you believe me or you don't.
Mhm.
Oh, and this is my last one. Sorry.
I love that
It's been a long month. Okay.
I was thinking you were storing them up from like, I don't know, all summer. This is where we're
it
at.
might be. I've been holding in. This is my last one though. Fuck all the people who complain, but don't have a fucking solution.
I know.
Like that
People.
shit, OMG. And I'm just saying, like, in general,
Yeah.
like complain. I call them, this is what I call them ducks. Okay. And a duck means dependent upon criticism and killing success.
Right.
And what do ducks do? They fucking quack all the time.
Mhm.
Quack, 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 quack. Shut the fuck up, quack it, and come up with a
And
solution.
when you turn around and say, "What's your solution?" Oh no, I don't got that. Yeah.
Like we're come on. Like
If you're gonna quack, there needs to be some solution behind the quack
yes,
for sure.
because I'm tired of giving you breadcrumbs. Okay, like I need you to fucking come up with your own solution.
Yep.
So fuck all the people who just complain with no solution.
And that's those people that don't want to change. That
They
goes
don't.
back to what you were saying. They don't want to grow. They don't want to
They don't
change.
take accountability.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Comes full
You
circle.
got another one.
This is my last one.
Fuck all those girls that don't want to give people head every day.
No, not even that. Listen, if you don't give head every day, that's you. But fuck all the motherfuckers who use zodiac signs
As an
to
excuse.
diffuse
Yes.
themselves as they not shit.
Ooh.
You know what? I'm a Cancer, and I'm like really, really emotional about what you just said. I'm just playing.
That's just in my nature.
I hate
Yeah.
that.
Boy, fuck you.
Don't say you a zodiac. Don't say you. Oh,
I'm just a Scorpio.
Aquarius.
That's why I'm an asshole.
No, you just ain't
Sorry,
shit.
Scorpios.
That's it.
Why are you apologizing?
Fuck
Are you
all
a
the
Scorpio? You're not a
Scorpios.
Scorpio.
Talia said, I don't really know how to put it, but I hate when I'm venting or being vulnerable and people try to belittle your situational feelings.
Yes.
That gaslighting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or like if you're sharing a story, like you know, if I'm telling a story, like, oh man, my kids were so sick. Oh my god, yeah, like my kids were sick last week too, and then they're so sick today, and they were. Dude, just let me have my moment that my kid's sick, okay?
Yes.
Your kid can be sick in like 10 minutes,
Yes.
but let me have my story and talk. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
what do they call those? The one-up people.
They all
Yeah.
have one.
Yeah.
Yes. Lexi says solution-driven conversations only for the rest of the year. Shit, for the rest of eternity.
Yes.
But
let's start baby steps.
yes.
Month, year,
Yeah.
eternity.
But it's definitely have to be solution driven. And it's, and it's just like, just in life in general, like that person who comes to you about something constantly happening in their relationship, a personal life. It's just like, so at what point in time do we come up with the solution? And when do you take accountability for some of the shit that probably is currently happening? So, I feel like that we have used the word grace to replace the word accountability. Everybody's like, give them grace, give them grace. Listen, baby, Jesus wept, not me. I don't have time for that. Like, I'm gonna give you grace, but now we need to come up with some solutions.
I mean, you can have grace and accountability. There's not like one or the other.
They're not interchangeable.
You know, it's like when I'm counseling somebody and I'm going to listen to you talk about what's going on because it's important to vent that out.
Yes.
But I'm only going to, and part of what I do is it's very quick counseling. It's very brief counseling. It's actually like a brief counseling situation. And so there's always the very end of that is, okay, I hear what you're saying, but what's the next steps? What are we going to do about it? What are the ideas that we have? Because we can talk about it and we can continue to talk about and vent it out if we need to, but it needs to be within the process of how are we going to problem solve this? What's the next steps? How are we going to fix it?
Absolutely.
Because otherwise you're not doing anything but just recounting the situation over and over again. And all it's going to do is continue to relive itself in your brain.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. Well, that was our Fuck Your Feelings Friday. Thank you for everybody who tuned in and tapped in. I want to say thank you to Vion for coming
thank
through.
you, Vion, for coming.
Yes, we really appreciate you for
And
stopping.
I just want all these people that are over here watching, please come in and watch and support and comment every time we have a show. It's so much fun.
Yes, this was definitely dope. They definitely tapped in.
Yes.
They were in heavy. Like we said, we appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, follow us on the Instagram. Y'all see at the bottom of the screen.
At Mud Talk 419.
Mud Talk 419. It's the same handle on TikTok as well. Find us on Facebook at Mud Talk Podcast and on YouTube at Mud Talk Podcast. And of course, you can listen to us tomorrow. If you didn't catch the show, catch us tomorrow. You can listen to it because we're going to be on Spotify. We're going to be on iHeartRadio, Pandora,
Sirius XM Radio, Apple Podcast,
anywhere that
and
you
if you
stream your
go to
podcast.
that Instagram and you like and follow us, there is a link tree.
Yes.
For those of you that don't know what that is, that's just all the links. And as soon as you pull that up, it's going to have our merch store. Now, I know I told you I was going to have our new logo on shirts, but it's been a long week. So
okay.
it will get done. We're going to get the new logo on our new merch. There's old merch on there. We still have merch that doesn't necessarily have our logo, but it is for our Dear Black Men special that we had. And all the proceeds from all of the purchase go to help we are going to donate to the cause of helping mental health in the Black community.
Absolutely. And Lexi wanted to know from our guests, how do you like our new studio?
Oh, I actually love it. No, it's actually a nice decorum.
Yes, thank you. And then
Grown and sexy.
She wanted to know how you guys liked it.
Grown and sexy.
Yeah.
Yes, when I came in here yesterday, the first thing I did was kicked off my shoes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was super dope.
Yeah.
It's just very, very
Mhm.
comfy and
Yes.
all of that good stuff.
Yes.
Yes. and-
Decorated really nice.
yes, it's decorated really nice. And Lexi also said Black Lido hoodies are only $20, y'all.
Let me tell you about this Black Lido hoodie. I have one of it is the most comfortable hoodie that I own. I need you guys to go get a Black Lido hoodie because it is so comfortable. And you know, CNN Mikey,
I was about to say
he
that.
rocks that on his he's rocked it on his
on this TikTok.
TikTok and some of his social media too. So
Yes, he stopped by over the summer.
Yep.
And he got himself a Black Lido hoodie.
Yep.
So and he definitely put it on because I
Couple
was
times.
like, okay. But then I saw it. I was
no, he's like,
oh,
I need
shit.
some hoodies, and he's like, I love this.
Yeah, so that means we gotta send him a Mud Talk hoodie too.
We will. We
Absolutely.
get some.
So, all right, y'all. Well, that is our show. We greatly appreciate you. Make sure you tap in a couple weeks because we'll be back for episode 32. Super excited for that. But as always, it's your homie Big T.
And I'm Shay Renee.
I Miss Amy.
And you have officially tapped into the only podcast that brings you the latest in music, news, and fashion, and the only show that keeps your ears to the streets.
While you grind
And
shine.
shine.
All right. Have a good night, y'all. See y'all later.
Mud Talk with Big T, Shay, and Miss Amy.